Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Has a throw to first, and that's your ball game. Union has won its first ever WPIAL championship.
There it is. Champions, the Neshannock Lancers.
Strike three. The Union Scotties, golden once again.
One gold, not enough. How about 2 district gold and 2 state gold for the Lady Lancers?
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
9 seconds. Anderson into the corner. It's poised for three. Shot! He turns the
Look
game.
at throw again. Directing traffic. Going for the quarterback in the end zone. Touchdown!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Coming to you live from historic Pullman Park for WPIAL Baseball in the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP, is this evening number 1 versus number 3 in the Trib Live High School Sports Network Class 3A rankings. The number 1 ranked Riverside Panthers taking on the number 3 ranked Neshannock Lancers. Tonight's broadcast at lcsportsnet.com and the Trib Live High School Sports Network is brought to you by Castle Asphalt, by Maley Chiropractic, by Medore Bonner Law, by the Red Zone, by Pontius Insurance, by the Crane Room Grill, by Penn Ohio Bottled Water, by Health and Motion Physical Therapy, by Toshiba Business Solutions, by Building Blocks Baseball, by the Western Pennsylvania Fall Baseball League, by Lawrence County Child and Youth Services, the Tri-County Principals Association, Something for Your Wall Photography, and the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. 85 and sunny here this evening from Pullman Park. Well, that's the vernacular you've heard for years from Coach Colero of the Neshannock Lancers. It's anything but that, though, here tonight. Probably, though, the only baseball game that's going to be played here in the WPIAL, or pretty darn close to it. Lee Moan will bring you in and dissect from a fridge. We are very, very cold right now, let me tell you.
Oh, it's like 20 degrees in this great suite of ours here.
20 degrees Celsius, maybe.
Yeah, let's see, that's 40, yeah, about 72 yet. I think it's probably 75 to 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know my Celsius comparison.
There you go.
To be able to convert a little bit anyways, yeah. But this game was canceled. It was on. It was canceled. Now, I get the text from Mr. Dotson said, hey, how about Pullman Park? Win today, now. It's like, okay, so run down to Pullman Park since I live a half mile from here, which is convenient. Line everything up, and we're in. So looking forward to a good ball game here today between Riverside and the Neshannock. Riverside yet to be defeated yet this year. So the only thing we need right now is umpires.
That's right. We are anxiously awaiting for the umpires to
Hopefully they got the call.
Yeah, well, I know one of them got the call because I was speaking with him earlier regarding a different issue, just with a rules interpretation. But talk about, first off, just the fact of being able to get this game in one way or the other here at Pullman Park. It's a similar scenario to what you have at Neshannock with a turf infield, grass outfield. The only difference is the grass outfield draining a whole lot better here than it is at Neshannock.
Yeah, this grass outfield here at Pullman Park drains extremely well. They told me, it could rain. Here's one umpire. That's good. It could rain for an hour straight, and then within 15 minutes it could be fine. This field it's always drained well. The turf needs replaced now. Unfortunately, they were supposed to get the turf replaced here at Pullman this year due to funding issues. They hope to get that done next year, hopefully, here at Pullman Park. But a beautiful facility and able to play a lot of ball games. There's like seven high schools and colleges use this for their home field here at Pullman Park. So and then surprisingly, Butler and Seneca Valley was supposed to play today at 3:30. That canceled. And then there was another game that was scheduled. They canceled. Coach Q got lucky, called at the right time. It's like, yeah, we'll take you. So they decided to get it in here, and we're going to be playing for first place here today.
Absolutely, and you kind of step right into my question there, Lee. Why today? Why have this game when it is officially 46 degrees, feels like 40 right now outside, and sprinkles probably going to have this light rain throughout most of the game? Why play this game today? Well, if you play game 1 today and game 2 tomorrow, then you can have everybody available for your final series beginning on Monday and Tuesday next week. The difference with the Butler game against Seneca Valley, like you mentioned, it being postponed, there are no Class 6A games scheduled for next week, so they could push that back as far as they need to.
They need to, correct.
But, I think coaches are really wanting as best as possible to get out on the field if you can, because you get out today or if you play a doubleheader tomorrow, then you can have everybody get that 3 days rest necessary to be able to play and have everybody available for that final series, which, again, it doesn't seem like much, but look at Mohawk Shenango, for example. If they have to play Thursday, Friday, now you have Mohawk playing Riverside on Monday, where Riverside will have their full pitching staff potentially available.
Potentially.
Right, exactly. Again, if we get game 2 in tomorrow, that is.
Yeah.
And on the other side, Mohawk will have played on Thursday, Friday. Actually, they can't play Friday. They're promised Friday, so that's even another issue altogether to potentially look at with all the school happening. So, long story short, if you can get a game in, you have to one way or the other. Yes, it's not ideal here today, and especially for your 1 versus 3 game, but it is important to get the game in.
Yeah, without a doubt. And talking to assistant coach John, is it Marmisio? I'm guessing that's the way.
Yep.
He said the Riverside field is not in the best shape right now. They'll see what happens for tomorrow, but more importantly, let's get this game in here today, and it should. As long as it just lightly rains, we should be okay. To get this game in. There are lights here at Pullman Park, so which is great. So no issues. The turf is going to be kind of slippery for sure with as much rain as we had here the last 3 days. So we'll see how the balls and feet are going to react to this turf here today.
And again, grass outfield as well, so probably have a lot of potential plug ball scenarios or really muddy ball as it's coming in. So any throw coming in from the outfield, wouldn't be surprised to see, base runners trying to give that extra mile, trying to get to third, try to get to home one way, any sort of thing like that. As I think that's going to play big-time dividends, as it did actually the last time these two teams played in the state quarterfinals last year.
What a game that was.
What it was, 11 innings. You want to do that again? It was an 11-inning game. Keep that number 11 in mind here for a second, Lee. In that game, Riverside had a 4-run second inning. And in that 4-run second inning, it could have been more, except Luke Cleese, left fielder, gunned out a player at the plate in that game. You play that any other scenario, you don't get a perfect throw usually off of a wet surface, a wet muddy ball coming in. Those are extra runs that score, and it probably have a different outcome in that game. So every single play, and it does usually come down with Riverside and Neshannock to a plate-to-plate. Let's go back to the 2016 WPIAL Championship. 9-inning game in that one, where Riverside walks it off in the bottom of the 9th with a 1-0 score line and a bang-bang play at the plate to win it. So I think that's what you're going to likely get when these two teams play. One way or the other, you're going to have some big play in the field, some bang-bang call that can end up being the difference between a win and a loss.
Yeah, the little things is what, especially between top two teams, you want to do all those little things correctly, because it might come back to haunt you later in the game.
Still waiting on our umpires, so we're going to take
the home plate umpire. We got the base umpires out here. He's running the field, just waiting for the home plate. He's probably getting dressed.
Well, while we wait for him, he probably had to make the long drive as well. He wasn't expecting to make this drive out here either. But while we wait for them, why don't we step aside, pay a few bills, we'll come back and have starting lineups and opening pitch here from historic Pullman Park. 1 versus 3, Neshannock against Riverside here at lcsportsnet.com.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
In need of a lawyer? Contact Medore Bonner Law, a boutique firm offering tailored legal services and over 120 years legal experience. County residents with strong family ties to the community, Jason Medore and Michael Bonner, established Medore Bonner Law to provide clients with legal expertise and personal attention. Guided by their professional staff, you can feel confident your rights will be protected. Call attorneys Jason Medore or Michael Bonner, or visit MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Michelle Krill Field at historic Pullman Park. That's our venue here for tonight. If we do get underway here from Butler, as we have one umpire waiting, ready to go. We're just waiting on our home plate umpire to make his way here. Already, you know, why not? This game's been delayed from Monday, delayed from Tuesday, delayed once today, and then scheduled for a 6:15 start, so we're already 9 minutes behind schedule.
Yeah,
why not?
That's not happening. Let's just keep the spring. Hey, this is spring sports. That's the way spring sports is in West Virginia. And here he is.
There's Mr. Gabriel. About time. Make his way out there as we get ready for this evening's game. We'll have a quick meeting at home plate, which gives us a chance to take a look at our starting lineups. Neshannock will be the home team, so let's take a look first at the Riverside batting order here today. Lee Moan, it'll be the shortstop leading off in Evan Burry, followed by right fielder Aspen Schlosser, center fielder Bo Fornatero, left fielder Hunter Garvin, first baseman Mitch Garvin, followed by the designated hitter Drake Fox, catcher Darren McDade, and third baseman Sammy Barber, and rounding out is the second baseman Seth Hayes for the Riverside Panthers. Again, 13-0 overall, top of the section at 8-0. Under Coach Oleastro, his 55th year, 54th official season when you missed that 2020 season, but game number 1,105 by your mathematical doings here earlier this afternoon.
Which is quite amazing. 684 career wins, and he's not even he's the all-time winningest coach in Riverside in the WPIAL history, but in the state of Pennsylvania, he is not. Mr. Scott Buffington from I never pronounce that name right.
Schuylkill.
Schuylkill. Okay, there you go. Schuylkill Haven. 694 career wins as we speak. So he's still
still playing as well, or coaching as well.
Yeah, he's still coaching as well. So he's 94th all time in the United States. Coach Oleastro was number 99 coming into this season all time in the history of high school baseball, which is quite remarkable. 5 WPIAL titles, four state titles, and he's just been amazing. And I'm going to throw out my golden nugget right now.
Let's do it.
I found it out earlier talking to Coach John Marnicio, who's been around for 54 years.
All but the first year, right?
Yeah, and I asked him how come he maybe didn't want to get into coaching. He says parents. So that's all he said. He brutally honest, just one word. So
yeah, shocker, right?
But he told me Riverside played here in the 1996 WPIAL final against New Brighton right here at Pullman Park.
And that was their first WPIAL championship.
How about that?
That's a pretty good golden nugget right there.
Yeah, how about that golden nugget right there? And this place was exactly the same, except it didn't have metal stands and metal bleachers. It was wooden back then. A lot of wooden bleachers all around, but the dimensions they kept when they rebuilt this park exactly the same. 425 straight away. Yep. You heard that, 425, 385 left center, 347 and left field line. Right center's the short porch, and 352 in right center and 325 down the line in right field. A lot of room to roam in foul territory here, so foul balls can stay in play and become an issue. Also for tagging rights and all that other stuff. So we cannot see the right field foul area, unfortunately, so we'll have to depend on our base umpire or home plate umpire to determine whether it's caught or not out there. But we can see everything else for sure.
Yeah, I remember a game a couple of years ago in the playoffs. I believe it was a Union that there was an overthrow, I think on a pickoff move or a throw to first base. The right fielder doing his job backing up and then threw to the plate, threw it over the top of the net. Can't do that. That's out of play, and gave everybody like 3 extra bases because of a throw from the outfield going out of play.
See, I would say, come on.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Use your mathematical ability and say, yep, I can make it from there. So
it was a great throw.
Yeah, I know. Like, why not? You should be allowed that, but they did not allow that. So, and that's all going over. I'm sure being talked about during our home plate meeting right now also.
And real quick, the designated hitter Drake Fox up there, he is hitting for the pitcher. The pitcher tonight is going to be Ronnie Harper, who pitched in the WPIAL, the PIAA quarterfinals game that these two teams played in when they went the full 11 innings and then some. He was the starter in that game. You saw both him and fellow sophomore, then freshman Christian Lucarelli playing in that game. Ronnie Harper, now a senior, I should say. So he will be the one who will be on the bump here first as we will pause for the playing of our national anthem. National anthem here from Michelle Krill Field, historic Pullman Park, and we're about ready to get underway here between the Panthers and the Lancers. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment brought to you by Medore Bonner Law. Make sure you have the best defense behind you at MedoreBonnerLaw.com, your community firm with a personal connection and individualized service. Luke in left, Robin right, two of the three Gleese brothers of the quadruplets. Dom Cubelis, the sophomore center fielder. 2 sophomores in the middle infield as well with Palorino and Jake Rinn. Senior Grant Melder at first, Gio Valentine the junior at third. Nate Rinn, the senior behind the plate, who is the battery mate of his fellow classman Andrew Fry, a .33 earned run average, 3-0 record on the year with 26 strikeouts and 9 walks. Fry making his sixth appearance on the mound this year. And again, the wet turf, you wonder how that will play into effect, Lee. I mean, Neshannock obviously much more used to it because of their own turf field, but even turf can be very different from one place to the next.
Yeah, the good thing about it is you're going to get a true hop, but, we'll see how quickly that ball's going to, once it hits the turf, though, you're going to get that skip. So we'll see how that plays for sure. And, just looking at the coaches talking before the game, James, these guys look like they know each other and are great friends, don't they? A lot of hugs given out between the coaching staffs, and they look like they really respect each other.
Yeah, definitely a mutual respect when, again, you've been – basically these two teams have been at or near the top of your section standings basically for the last 20 years.
Yeah, so it's been fun, and Coach Ollie Astro has been around for basically 55 years. And it's interesting. The other thing we forgot to mention about Coach Ollie Astro, threw a no-hitter his senior year.
Oh my!
Yeah, against Cannon McMillan, by all means. And Coach Ollie Astro did not play baseball when he went to school. He went to Slippery Rock and also the Westminster, but did not play baseball. So sort of like Coach Wolf from Pine Richland. James, I didn't know if Coach Wolf did not play baseball at all. He played baseball at Brentwood, but did not play in college at all.
Where did Coach Ollie Astro go to high school?
He went to Elwood.
Elwood City.
Elwood City, yes.
Now we're going to have a couple Elwood City mentions here tonight as we're ready for first pitch finally, and it is delivered by Fry. Misses outside for ball one. Your time of first pitch coming in at 6:33, so just 18 minutes behind schedule.
Now, I would mention Coach Wolf from Pine Richland went to Brentwood, is what you might have heard. Pie ball 2.
So 2-0 the count early.
That's the game I'll be having tomorrow, North Allegheny and Pine Richland. Well, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. I don't know if I trust anything at this point. As Fry kicks and delivers, this one fouled down the third baseline. Evan Burry hitting .289 out of the leadoff spot this year. And keep that in mind, too. Riverside lost just one senior from last year's team. That was their leadoff batter in Bame. And apologies, I believe it was Gunnar Bame. You've had Gunnar, you've had Madden, you've had
a lot of Bames.
A lot of Bames.
Yeah.
2-1 now from Fry. A ground ball towards the hole, taken by Pallarino deep in the hole. Long throw across the diamond. The stretch is in time. Ooh. Good stretch from Melder, just by a half step from Pallarino to get the first out of the game.
Yeah, Pallarino playing it, and not the strongest of throws, but got it over there. And a good job in the hole, get the first out.
And that is a big first out, and it brings the left-handed hitting Ashton Schlosser to the plate. Schlosser hitting .429. He's one of 5 different players in this Riverside lineup hitting over .400 on the season. First pitch down at the knees for strike one, says home plate umpire Ricky Gabriel. Again, 46 degrees and just a little bit of rain.
Yeah, you can see the puddles off to our right there. James, I don't know. Actually, you can see the puddles and right behind home plate, too, in the stands. You can see the rain coming down.
Yeah, just a
off
light,
to our left there.
Just a light rain, and you're not going to see many fans in the stands on your camera, but they're all down the left and right field line, respectively, under the covering. And I can't say I blame them as Schlosser swings and misses for strike 2.
That's where I'd be.
1 ball, 2 strike count to Schlosser. He drives this one towards left field. Luke Lease giving chase, and he's not going to get to it. This is going to be extra bases for the right fielder, Ashton Schlosser. The number 2 hitter gets on with a 1-out double down the line.
Yeah, Gleese unfortunately took the wrong route a little bit, thought that ball was going to be a little shallower, and it was hit a little deeper, so he had to back up in the ball and overran a little bit, and then good job of getting that ball back in, but the 1-out doubles, the ball's going to be thrown out.
Oh, of course, yep. You're going to have a lot of that here tonight anytime a ball's in the outfield. So the 1-out double brings up Bo Fornatero. He's got 17 RBI. Hunter Garvin in the on-deck circle, he's got 18 RBI, 2 leading players in terms of run batted in, and Fornatero unable to check his swing on that breaking ball from Andrew Fry. Riverside 8-0, they're in first. Neshannock at 6-2, they're in third in the section. Mohawk sandwiched in between at 7-1. in section play. And guess what? Those 3 teams also 1, 2, 3 in Trib Live standings. Not too surprising there.
Yeah, Coach Q comes out and tells Rob Gleese to back up about 3 or 4 steps in right field.
Fry, long pause. Now comes set and delivers. Good breaking ball there for strike 2. Notice Nate Rind also went out there between pitches. Wonder if they might not have been on the same page on that first pitch either.
Yeah, it's nice to see Andrew Fry actually in a game instead of it being sidelined for all the times he's been sidelined during his career coming in from Sharpsville.
Yeah, he was ineligible in the playoffs last year. All 8 playoff games for Neshannock, unable to participate. Good block from Rin behind the plate on that 0-2 pitch. And even with missing those last 8 games of the year, still ended up leading the team in RBIs by the end of the year. 25 ribbies all in the regular season.
Amazing.
For the man they call Bubba. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Misses upstairs. Count should be 2-2. Scoreboard says now 3-1.
Don't never believe the scoreboard, especially here at Michelle Krill Field.
2 ball, 2 strike is what we have. This one driven to right field for the base hit. Gleese comes up with it. Runners being sent. Cut off by Melder. Throw to the plate in plenty of time to get the sliding Ashton Schlosser at the plate. Well, we said that it was going to take a couple of perfect plays to get those throws from the outfield, Limon. Perfect relay from Rob Gleese to Grant Melder to Nate Rind.
Yeah, Coach Ollie Asher, he was going to challenge early. I thought maybe they should have held him myself because that ball took only 2 hops out there to Rob Gleese, but he played it on that 2 hop. Perfect hit the cutoff. Perfect throw home. Like you said, easily in time. And Fornatero not able to get the second base either.
Yeah, so he stays at first. Hunter Garvin, another lefty in the lineup. So lefty, righty, lefty, righty. Or I said that backwards. Righty, lefty, righty, lefty. There you go to start the batting order for Riverside.
Yeah, because the thing is with Fornatero, when that ball's cut off, you can't take a chance.
This one's popped down the third base line. Lots of room in foul territory. Valentine giving chase, but will run out of real estate. Count now 0-2.
Yeah, with that ball getting cut off, it's like, okay, if he cuts it off, then he might throw back the first, or so he has to stay put. So, but the perfect relay, just like it looked like in practice, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely perfect. And how about Rob Gleese just making, I think, only his 3rd start out in right field on the season. Talk more about that here in a moment as this 0-2 pitch coming to Hunter Garvin. Misses high and away, 1-2 the count. So Rob Gleese was starting in right field, was going to be more of a defensive player, not getting many at-bats. Throw to first base, and luckily that it hit the wrist of Grant Melder because nobody was paying attention on that throw. Good thing it was a perfect throw from from Andrew Fry, and they can have a little bit of a laugh about it now because everybody's okay, but that could have been absolutely dangerous. Melder had no idea the ball was coming.
I was looking down till I didn't realize the ball was getting thrown over there. You said something.
So 1-2 the count. Breaking ball down and in, 2-2 to get back to Rob Gleese, though. Freshman Anthony Aiken, when Coach Q gave him a start in right field, he had not had a varsity at-bat. He only had 2 doubles and 3 RBI in the game. He said that's how you make a coach look good about a gut instinct feeling. And Rob Gleese could have pouted, is what Coach Q said. He comes back, plays in a section game against Beaver Falls, has a 4 RBI game there, gets a couple of pinch hit opportunities, cashes in. He's back in the starting lineup and well-deserved, and now showing off the defensive prowess as well. This ball goes to the screen, but it's ball 4. So after being up 0-2 on the count there, that Andrew Fry gives up his first walk to Hunter Garvin.
Now his brother Mitch will come in, 3rd in the team in RBIs with 14. Batting .381 on the year, so got that home run, but more than likely not going to see a home run here today with the way these conditions are. And now home plate umpire calls time for some reason.
I just think he was not set up and ready in the box yet. How about Mitch Garvin going with the bare hands, though, in this 45-degree weather and
I like it.
Slippery bat?
Yeah, not slippery.
Fastball outside corner for strike 1. to Mitch Garvin. Hunter running at first. Bo Fornatero running at second. Fry checks the runner there at second and now delivers off the end of the back. Ground ball towards short. Going to be a tough play. The only play is the first for Pallarino, but in plenty of time. A couple of nice plays from Pallarino in the field, but sandwiched in at the 9-3-2 put out in the outfield. Riverside gets 2 hits, but cannot put a run across the board. Riverside 0, Neshannock coming up to bat here in the bottom of the first inning, and let's take a look at the starting batting order for the Neshannock Lancers under Coach John Quilero. There it is up on your screen. Valentine, Cubelis, and Fry. Melder, Rind, that's Nate, and then Jake, senior, then sophomore. Luke Gleese, Rob Gleese, and Matthew Pallarino in that starting lineup. And Lee, I believe, well, I'm not going to say for sure. Is this your first ever time seeing the pitcher/DH in effect in the baseball games?
No, it's not. I had, I believe Mohawk just did that recently, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you were right now that you say that.
And I believe North Allegheny did it the other day, if I'm not mistaken. I believe North Allegheny played a game here. Butler did it the other day. Not North Allegheny, but it was brought. North Allegheny did it last year, and the umpires were kind of confused. But now the umpires are starting to get up on the scenario of the pitcher/DH.
And can you believe, though, that that's actually been a rule in effect for about 5 or 6 years now?
Yeah, so explain real quick the pitcher. I'll let you do it.
Yeah, so the pitcher/DH. So Andrew Fry is in that position, which means just say he comes out of the game as the pitcher. His replacement is basically the new pitcher. Fry stays in as the DH for that pitcher. And it's for exact situations like this, that your pitcher is your 3-hitter. Your new pitcher coming in probably not going to be hitting. So as a result, you can keep your original guy in as a batter in that 3 spot.
Yeah. Plus, he's not Andrew Fry.
Right. Now, the other part of it, though, that is the counter to it, in the field, Fry is the pitcher. Batting, he is the DH. So there is no courtesy runner for him because he is technically not the pitcher when he's batting.
So he has to run, and that's where they had problems with, with Butler, with Madden Clement, who's coming off that ankle injury. So they used him as the pitcher DH, but he had to run as Gio Valentine steps in.
361 hitter in the leadoff spot is Valentine, facing the lefty. Off-speed pitch outside corner for strike 1. We'll take a look at the Medora Bonner Law defensive alignment after this 0-1 pitch to Valentine. From Ronnie Harper, it's fouled back to the screen, 0-2 the count. Your Medora Bonner Law defensive alignment. Hunter Garvin, Bo Fornatero, and Aston Schlosser out in the outfield. Sam Barber, Evan Burry on the left side of the infield. Hayes and Mitch Garvin on the right side. Darren McCade behind the plate, and Ronnie Harper, a .72 earned run average, 3-0 record on the year. Has an 0-2 count and gets a good afternoon, good evening, and good night strikeout there to get the first strikeout of the game and the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and what's more impressive with Harper, though, James, 23 strikeouts to only 4 walks. So his great control for the lefty.
I'll bring up another lefty in the batter's box, that is now, in Dom Cubelis, 1 down. He's first pitch swinging fouled down the line and out of play.
Can we still mention he was part of the Pony League World Series a couple years ago?
Of course we can.
He's a sophomore. Maybe next year we start throwing that out. Or
I think it's impressive enough.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
What'd you have for the strikeout numbers for Harper?
I had 23 and 4. Let me double check.
Yeah, you got Hunter Garvin's numbers, which are also impressive. But I got Ronnie Harper at 17 strikeouts.
Whoops, you're right.
And 9 walks.
You're quite right. Because I looked at the first. Yeah, I looked the wrong one. But thank you.
1-1 pitch swung on and missed. Count now 1-2. It'll be the only mistake you hear Lee Moan make tonight. Oh, he laughed on air. There you go. That lasted about 3 seconds. The 1-2 to Cubelis. Ground ball chopped towards third base. Taken on 2 hops by Sammy Barber. Throw across the diamond in plenty of time for the second out of the inning. Barber playing at the right spot in on the fake grass to get that high hop and get the second out of the inning.
How about the backup? McDade, which is supposed to back up catch, but how about the hustle by Sean Hayes? Coming around from second base, he was running to go behind first base. He was running on full sprint. Good to see.
Well, again, when you have all this foul territory to
Yeah.
deal with. I can't say I blame him. So Andrew Fry will step to the plate with 2 down. First pitch, breaking ball, hooks around the plate for ball 1, leads the team in 12 RBIs, does Andrew Fry.
Yeah, you would think it's going to be a lot of off-speed, outside stuff.
This one breaks over the plate, evens the count at 1-1.
Wow. I think he got away with that one.
He's got some nasty break on his ball, does the senior Ronnie Harper. Tries again on the outside corner and catches it. 1 ball, 2 strike the count.
By the way, our first pitch tonight was brought to you by the Penn Ohio Bottled Water for delivery of your 3 or 5 gallon water cooler systems, or get cases of bottles delivered to your home or work.
1 ball, 2 strike, fouled down the first baseline. If our friend Richie Sergnes is listening, Harper is doing what he calls pitching backwards, and he defined that very well for us, using the off-speed pitch early, then firing in that fastball, and as a result, Fry way behind on the fastball on that 1-2. Count remains 1-2. This one blocked behind the dish to even the count at 2-2.
Yeah, wind blowing sort of left center field, about pretty good 10 mile an hour probably here.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Another breaking ball swung on and missed. So a couple of strikeouts in the bottom of the first inning for Ronnie Harper in a 1-2-3 inning. We'll head to the top of the second, back in a moment. Scoreless between Riverside and Neshannock here at lcsportsnet.com.
Building Block Baseball is a local organization dedicated to and actively involved in teaching and development of local baseball talent. 3B provides weekly baseball seminars from January through May to enhance local baseball knowledge for players, coaches, and parents. Building Block Baseball is available for one-on-one development programs, team instructions, and group sections. 3B also provides Lawrence County with their own collegiate summer baseball team. The 3B Barons showcase top collegiate baseball talents of the area. Visit buildingblocksbaseball.com for more information and for their free downloadable documents and videos. Whether you're just learning the game, playing in college, or coaching a team, 3B can get you the building blocks of baseball today.
It'll be hitters number 6, 7, and 8 coming to the plate for Riverside in the top of the second inning. Lee Moan alongside. I'm James Dotson. Short drive for Mr. Lee Moan. Short drive for our producer tonight, Tyler Aaron, as well.
Yeah, last time I was here, I walked to the game when it was 75 degrees and sunny.
I'm disappointed you didn't, though.
No, I didn't want to take a chance.
In that first inning, I want to get a guess of the pitch count there from you. For both throwers.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just let's see. Andrew Fry, I'm going to guess about 22.
21, not bad.
Okay, and for Mr. Harper, I'm going to guess about, 3, 6. I'm going to guess about 12.
13, not bad, Mr.
Okay.
Limone. First pitch, Drake Fox misses down and away for ball 1. A .333 hitter is the designated hitter. Sophomore Drake Fox. Again, a lot of players back from their team last year.
Could we give her a shout out, Mr. Brian Dorenza?
Oh, is he tuning in, huh?
He's tuning in. He's on his way. He's on his way to West Virginia to play Madonna Catholic. He says Neshannock by 3.
Breaking ball misses well upstairs. 2-1 the count.
And he says Beaver Falls all over Stowe Rocks. I don't know if that's a surprise or not. I haven't looked in the. Let me look here real quick at the standings.
That one's strike 2. Makes the count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll try to keep the pitch count as best as we can.
Actually, Beaver Falls and Stowe Rocks not having the best of seasons.
Fastball outside corner, called strike 3, the first one of the game. Drake Fox none too pleased with that call, but it
not at
catches
all.
the black.
Would have been thrown out in the major leagues.
You're probably right. You take one look at the at the umpire the wrong way, right?
Which is a shame, as Darren McDade stepped in, the catcher.
McDade hitting .400 on the year is the catcher. Ball 1 down in the pellets.
Yeah, 9 home runs for this Riverside team.
You know, I know Riverside's field isn't as deep as Neshannock's. Not that Neshannock's is insanely deep.
Right.
But the way that wind swirls at Neshannock's ballpark especially, I'm surprised you don't get more. You could get that same thing up on the hill at Riverside High School as well. Dan Oleastro Field, there, named for Coach O, of course. And same thing. You get anything in the wind tunnels out there. That's why you're seeing a lot of dingers year in, year out. This one's popped sky high. Not a huge backstop here, though, and that's going to get out of play into about the third or fourth row.
Yeah, Coach Sorenzo said it might be the only game in the WPIAL. He said it's absolutely pouring there.
Again, teams should be wanting to try to get these games in any chance that they can. I know you're worried, obviously, about the health and safety of your players. I'll be very anxious and interested to see how pitch counts work with games being played here today, as that's called strike 2 on the outside corner. But you want to get your games in so that you can have pitchers available for your next and final season series on Monday and Tuesday. Down in the dirt, and the count runs full here with one down in the top of the second inning.
Yeah, except all the games have to be done by next Thursday. Committee meets Thursday.
Payoff pitch off the end of the bat, and it hangs in the air. Kind of fooled Melder for a minute, but he's able to sky up there, make the catch for the second out of the inning. Made that one interesting, did Grant Melder.
Yeah, he sure did. Timed it perfectly as a ball was just softly hit, a little flare off the end of the back there, and timed it perfectly. Get the out.
Especially on a soft liner like that, to time it perfectly, very impressive indeed. So 2 up, 2 down, and first pitch strike 1 to Sammy Barber, who in the 8-hole is actually the team's batting average leader, hitting just shy of 500, a 483 average for the junior third baseman as his breaking ball misses away, evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, I was just going to say, or maybe a Maley chiropractic play of the game there, but that's not going to beat the 9-4-2 or 9-3-2 put out.
Yeah, 9-3-2 in the top of the first inning, keeping this game scoreless. A great play like that does involve teamwork, and that's what you get at Maley Chiropractic as well. One of the advantages Maley Chiropractic has, all three of their doctors, Maley, Argiro, and Dr. Bowser, they all learn from each other new tips and tricks to help you feel at your best. Fry was feeling on that one, thought he might have gotten strike 3 in the outside corner, but just missed.
So did Palorino.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Here in the top of the second inning. Check swing off the end of the bat. It's going to be a rug burner over to Jake Rind at second base. 4-3 on the putout. And Riverside is retired in order. To the bottom of the second that we go. Neshannock and Riverside scoreless at lcsportsnet.com.
Are you looking to make a difference? Well, here is your opportunity. Lawrence County Child and Youth Services is looking for compassionate foster parents now. If you are over the age of 21, in good health, and wanting to help a child in need, we're in need of you. Receive free training and compensation by becoming a foster parent. Call 724-658-2558 and let Bill, Brooklyn, and Heather get you started. Make a difference and become a foster parent today.
Melder, Nate Rind, Jake Rind, the three who are due up, 4, 5, 6 hitters for Neshannock here in the bottom of the second inning. We talked about the accolades of Riverside High School with their championships both in district and states. 5 WPIAL championships, 4 state championships under Coach Oleastro's reign. For Neshannock, 6-time WPIAL champions, 2-time state champions, and a couple of state runner-up trips as well for the Neshannock Lancers in that time. Coach Q, the assistant coach for 5 of those 6 district championships, for 4 of those 6 district championships, not a assistant coach back in 1991. Coach Bub Kirkwood's first stint, as head coach at Neshannock. Then 2002, Coach Gene Curry leading the Lancers. That was back when they were playing the championship game at PNC Park, Lee. That was, that was 21 years ago. How scary is that?
Jeez. That's the first year? Second year.
They only did it for 2 or 3, I think, right?
Yeah, that'd be their second year at PNC Park, I think. Because I think PNC Park came 2001, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a 20-game plan for that very first year.
Grant Melder will step to the plate first, hitting .300 on the season in the cleanup spot. At one point had 7 hits, 6 of them were extra base hits. He gives this one a ride towards right field, and it's still carrying back, and off the end of the glove of Ashton Schlosser. Tough time picking it up. Maybe had a chance to go for 3, but he'll gladly stay at second base. Will Grant Melder, and right on cue, an extra base hit. Do you call it an extra base hit, or do you call that an error, Lee Moan? That's a tough one.
We even have our newspaper guy behind us, too, so I go E9. That's me personally. We'll see what the Game Changer says because
we do have track of both Riverside and Neshannock Game Changer, so we'll see what both of them say.
Yeah, I'm saying E9 because he looked like he had it, then misread it, and then at the end, I thought he should have had it. And
was it a routine enough play?
To me, it was. But nonetheless, Neshannock gets the base runner.
Well, no help. Of course, Riverside ruled it an error, and Neshannock ruled it a hit.
Yeah.
So
you knew that was happening.
I was thinking hit. What was the deciding vote back then?
So we're going double then, okay.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think you go double.
Okay.
But that's why we have, it takes 5 of us to get that Supreme Court ruling.
So 3 say hit, 2 say error. So I'm out. That's fine. Tyler, we're not asking you because we don't need.
we can't have a hung jury here.
No,
come on. While we're debating that, we could have had our first Shazi reference as Ronnie Harper did the wonderful inside move that our dear friend Mark Shaws loves so much.
Jeez.
By the way, that's the 7th double of the year for Grant Melder.
So-called double.
In the books, it now says double.
That's right.
This one again driven. This one's deep in right center gap from Nate Rind. This one's going to go and bounce at the base of the wall, and this will be a double as well. Nate Rind and Grant Melder switch places. Back-to-back doubles, and Neshannock on the board first.
That definitely double. And we have our pinch runner or courtesy runner also coming in is going to be Andrew Moses, the courtesy runner for Nate Rind. Boy, Nate Rind got all that one. 352 in right center. He hit it 351.
Your Castle Asphalt courtesy runner. If you're looking for quality and cost-efficient paving and construction services, Castle Asphalt and Construction can make your visions for your projects a reality.
And that was your Toshiba RBI. You can call Dale at 412-290-2156 for all your print output devices and digital workflow solutions.
So from one Rind to the other, Jake Rind, the sophomore, watches strike one on the outside corner.
You can visit business.toshiba.com and find a dealer near you.
Hey, we got frogs in here. How'd that happen?
Yeah, they're coming in from the rain.
0-1 to count. This one driven the other way down the right field line. Giving chase again is Schlosser. He's going to be unable to track it down in time. 0-2 to count to Jake Rind, who last year as the freshman played the hero in the game against Riverside. So Jake Rind, sick in the first-round game against West Middlesex, comes back, plays in the game. Fellow freshman at that time, Dom Cubelis, a triple in the 11th inning, and then the other freshman, Jake Rind, drives him in. Freshman, now sophomores, growing up in a hurry, but that big RBI in the 5-4 victory for Neshannock last year over Riverside in the state quarterfinals. 0-2 breaking ball misses away. 1-2 now to count to Rind, who also leads the team in runs scored, does Jake.
Yeah, that was just Henry. That's Henry just texting me, wanting me to umpire, which I'm not umpiring this year, so he's not happy.
Tell Henry he could be out here.
You don't want him out here.
1 ball, 2 strike to count. Moses, the courtesy runner, standing at second base. Breaking ball, ground ball right through the box, through the wickets of the pitcher, Ronnie Harper. Rounding third is Moses, and he's going to score without a throw. 3 straight hits to start the inning from Melder, Nate Rind, and Jake Rind. And Neshannock, a 2-0 advantage.
Yeah, just right back through. Made it through the legs of Harper somehow, some way, and ball died out in center field. Easy time for Moses to get around. You notice the runners taking their time going around those bases. Must be a little slippery out there for sure.
Yeah, being smart with that, and because yes, the outfield is wet, and with how deep center fielder Bo Fornatero was playing, that ball was completely stopped before he could even get to it. 2-0 Neshannock, still nobody down. As the Wren brothers each with Toshiba RBIs. Scoring the bunt is Luke Gleese. He lays it down perfectly. Only play will be to first base for Ronnie Harper. Sacrifice 1-3 on the putout. Advances Jake Rind into scoring position.
Well, they're 2 for 2 in the little things. That's perfectly done. It's exactly what you want, where you want to put the ball, the bunt, let the pitcher field the ball. Perfect done. Get another runner in scoring position now.
And now Rob Gleese coming to the plate, as we mentioned earlier. He's the man who made that play in the outfield. Got it done as the pinch hitter in the come-from-behind victory over Shenango to get the series sweep. Did Rob Gleese. First pitch driven towards right field, getting under it and actually having to settle and almost come backwards towards it there was Schlosser because he was full extension reaching back. Good read, but the ball actually slicing back towards him. He was able to snag it for the second out of the inning. Great play by Schlosser, who's busy out in right field.
Yeah, and Jake Rind thought maybe that ball was going to fall. He was halfway between second and third. Thank God he turned around to see that ball caught, was able to get back.
Matt Pallarino will now step to the plate, the 9-hitter, hitting .240 on the year, now with 2 down, still a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, they're telling the outfield, the coaches telling the outfield to move in. They moved in about 10 steps, all 3 of them.
Time requested and granted for Pallarino.
Yeah, rain's coming down pretty good right now. Not hard enough to stop, that's for sure.
Swing through a first pitch breaking ball is Pallarino. Actually got a piece of it.
That's the one thing about the turf. I mean, it's not going to, you don't have to worry about wet spots or anything like that here at Michelle Creel Field, Pullman Park.
That's pitch number 23 officially thrown by Ronnie Harper. 0-1 to count to Pallarino.
Yeah, Harper really taking his time.
And that one actually looked like the shortstop. Evan Burry was the one who was signaling and requesting for time out there.
Yeah, he's getting calls from the shortstop in Burry.
0-1. Inside move, no one home. So I wonder if it's tough for Ronnie Harper maybe to be seeing the signs from the catcher that he's actually getting like hand signals like a third base coach from his shortstop. That's interesting.
Yeah, I've never seen that done.
And that's a new one for sure. 0-1. Ground ball actually hits Pallarino while he's in the box. So count now 0-2. I mean, I've seen the catcher do that before when it's sometimes tough to see, with the lights or just with weather conditions like this. But to get it from the shortstop, that's interesting.
Well, you'd think the lights would be on here at Pullman, but they did not. They're still not on here.
How long can you go before having to turn them on? No balls, 2 strikes. Jake Rind in scoring position. Pallarino tried to check his swing, unable to do so. Strikeout number 3 for Ronnie Harper, but the damage done. 2 runs scored on 3 hits, a runner left in scoring position. We've played 2 complete, Neshannock leading Riverside 2-0 here at lcsportsnet.com.
Yeah, I got out of that.
And we're back here at historic Pullman Park, Michelle Creel Field. That's Lee Moan you're hearing alongside. I'm James Dotson. Lee, a strong start to that inning. After going 1-2-3 in the first, the 4-5-6 hitters get it done. A pair of doubles and a RBI single as well.
Yeah, some hard hit balls, and you notice all of them go the opposite field too, going with the pitch of that curveball, staying outside, going with the pitch and driving it towards right center. So Andrew Fry now with a good 2-0 lead to work with.
So Fry first pitch in there for strike one. It's 9-1-2. Seth Hayes, the first batter here of the inning. Hayes, Burry, and Schlosser, as this one's driven the other way, and it's going to be past the second baseman for a leadoff single. So the 9-hitter doing his job. Seth Hayes gets on base and turns the lineup over to Evan Burry at the top of the order.
Yeah, Evan Burry, an all-section soccer player at Riverside. Anytime that ball hits the outfield grass, they're throwing it out. Unlike baseball where they'll throw it out and keep it out, they'll just dry it off and get ready to come back in.
Best as you can.
Yeah.
So Evan Burry, who grounded out in his first plate appearance, and you wonder if this will be a Coach Oleastro special. Will the bunt be on? Gio Valentine at third base expecting it. It is a bunt, a good one down first base, and it's going to be an infield single as a result because Melder wasn't sure what to do. Does he go for it, or does he stay on the bag, and it was pushed just far enough that Fry was unable to get to it?
Yeah, because unfortunately Jake Rin went to cover second base, so they had Rin and they had Rin and Palorino both breaking the second base, and that's not what you want in that situation. So a little mistake there. So Riverside in business.
Like you said, got to do the little things. Neshannock has done that so far, but not here. And now you expect the left-handed hitting Schlosser to do the same. He lays a bunt down. Fry's going to handle this one. Only play will be to first, and just in the nick of time to get the speedy Schlosser going out of the left-handed batter's box. But just like that, only 5 pitches thrown in the inning, Lee, and already you have 2 runners in scoring position.
Boy, Fry, he took his time on that. He launched a good throw over there, but he really didn't panic, which was the good thing. But you said Riverside in business, Coach Oleastro playing the small ball to perfection to see if it can work for him now.
He's done that for pretty much all 55 years.
Oh, yeah.
Check swing on the breaking ball. Fornatero can't hold up. Strike one called. Fornatero, who had the single to right field, it looked like it was going to score the first run of the game, but Schlosser was thrown out at the plate.
Yeah, who's going to question Coach Oleastro?
Not me. 0-1 to count. Fry kicks, delivers way upstairs. That one kind of slipped out of the hand, it looks like.
Yeah.
Evens the count at 1-1.
I wonder what these talk shows, because they always like to criticize Shelton or, all these other coaches and everything. Do you really want to question a coach that's been in there for 55 years?
Yeah, well, we'll leave that for Don Rebel if he wants to go for it.
Yeah, there you go.
1-1. Another breaking ball swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strike. Here with 1 down in the top of the third inning. This is our Maley chiropractic inning between the top and bottoms of the inning. Lee Moan's going to have a little bit of softball news and notes for you for Lawrence County and beyond.
Not much this week.
You're not wrong. This one at the top of the zone just misses, count even at 2-2. We hope to get some games in tomorrow. I'll try to look that up for us as well, what the softball schedule is supposed to be tomorrow and Friday. Union's supposed to have a game against Swickley Academy. Wilmington's supposed to have senior night. Another one that just comes out of the hand all funky, and it's a full count now to the 3-hitter Bo Fornatero.
Yeah, how about Coach Win Palmer coming out again, back to coaching softball? He said they needed a coach, and they said, well, you had to step in again.
You have to.
Yep.
Payoff pitch. Fouled back out of play.
Yeah, he had
count
to.
remains full.
Also, the golf coach and the basketball coach, Win Palmer, and the athletic director.
For how much longer? How much longer will he be willing to go and do all of that?
He's got a great gig.
We'll do it again. Payoff pitch from Fry is again fouled back. This one into the screen.
Yeah, he lives on campus, so
tough to beat.
Yeah.
This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat, as it is tough to beat Bo Fornatero.
Yeah. And they have a no-cut policy at Swickley Academy. Did you know that?
No?
Yep. Every sport, no cut.
That's great to hear, especially for a small school.
Yeah.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Another one fouled back. That one might be in danger of hitting one of our cars there, Lee.
No, that's not going to make it that far.
though that one does get Coach out of the dugout.
Of course, I say that. Now I'm thinking of that. I might go look.
That one went flying.
Yeah, it went pretty good. That might have rolled, bounced on the sidewalk, and then rolled out there.
Hayes at third, Burry at second.
I got insurance.
Payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Froze him on the outside corner. Second strikeout of the day, and both of the backwards variety for Andrew Fry. That's a big one, Lee.
Boy, what a great pitch. Outside corner at the knees for Notero, thinking it was outside possibly, and a little too close to take, which he did. So big strikeout for Fry.
9 pitch at bat, and it is won by the senior. And now we're going to have an intentional walk to put Hunter Garvin on base. And again, maybe not a surprise. 5 doubles, leads the team with 4 home runs, leads the team with 18 RBI. Load the bases and take your chances with first baseman Mitch Garvin. So you walk the sophomore to get to the senior. Garvin hitting a pedestrian .381. Only 1 home run compared to the 4 hit by younger brother Hunter.
I forget who it was, but I read an article the other day. It's like they did this scenario. I'll get to it here in a second.
First pitch in, misses upstairs for ball 1 to Mitch.
I can't remember what hitter it was, but they walked the hitter, and he was running down the first base line and was jawing at the coach and saying, "Are you afraid of me?" And he says, "You darn right I'm afraid of you."
2-0 the count.
I can't remember what team it was.
I made that mistake as a coach once. And I have a feeling that they might be listening, so I will get to that one in a moment. As this one misses outside, 3-0 the count, and nowhere to put Mitch Garvin. So here's the danger, Lee, of making that decision to walk the bases loaded. We're actually now going to have a Pontius Insurance trip to the mound.
Yeah, Pontius Insurance. Love the life you live. Worry-free. You can call Agent Dan Pontius, Jessica Weiland, or Tracy Giddens to get started today. PontiusInsurance.com to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance.
So when I was coaching a middle school pony team, we were playing against Union and was playing against the Vitale brothers. Jake was hitting, and then Nick was hitting right after him. Big brother Jake was like 3 for 4, a couple of doubles. Walk him because Nick hitting behind him. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a weak little ground out.
And you're a math teacher.
So we walk him, go to him. He kind of chuckles, says whatever, puts one over my center fielder's head for a triple.
And as he's running first base, like, "Thanks, Dots."
For the next 3 years, I think he was saying thanks, Dots.
Comes to 3-0 now. There you go.
Good trip to the mound there by Coach Q, just to give a quick timeout.
Still surprised the lights aren't on here.
3-1. Swung on and missed, so the count runs full. Good comeback from Andrew Fry, but still one more pitch to be delivered to Hunter Garvin. Hayes at third, Burry at second, Hunter Garvin at first. Mitch Garvin at the plate trying to cash in. Misses outside. Bases loaded walk. Drawn by Mitch Garvin. An RBI the easy way. Riverside on the board.
Well, I thought maybe he was calling strike 3 there, the way he stuck the hand out, but he was pointing that it was outside, so you get the first RBI.
Toshiba RBI the easy way there for Riverside. Bases are still loaded. First pitch swinging, chopper towards third base. Good job to stay in front of it there by Gio Valentine. 5 unassisted, fielder's choice to end the inning. Damage done. 1 run, 2 hits. There were a pair of walks as well, but the bases left full of Panthers. They get 1 back, does Riverside, but still trailing Neshannock 2-1 here at lcsportsnet.com. We're going to keep it right here for our Melee Minute. Lee Moan going to give us some softball news and notes from across the county.
Yeah, we're going to go to our latest Trib Live high school sports rankings here, as Avonworth is ranked number 1 in 3A. They're at 14-1. Waynesburg at number 2. The Southmoreland Scottish are number 3 at 9-2. Deer Lakes is 8-3. And then the Mohawk Warriors are ranked number 5 in the latest Trib Live high school sports rankings in 3A and 2A. You might have off the top of your head how many wins in a row there's in the Neshannock have now. 36, I believe it is.
36 at last count, so it might be 37 now if they had one more. What's their record right now?
I got 12-0 here, but I don't know.
So that would make it 38 wins then.
So they're going to be 38 at least. Anyways, they're ranked number 1. And then Coach Dorenza, I know you coach baseball, but your girls softball team ranked number 2 in 2A. Greensburg Central Catholic number 3, Olsh number 4, and the Little Spartans ranked number 5 in 2A. And in single A, Union has the number 1 ranked team in the Triple I high school sports rankings. Fraser, number 2. Carmichael's, I don't know if you got to see that article that I pointed you out to. Carmichael's number 3. Chartiers, Houston, number 4. And the Pioneers of West Green, number 5. Don't know if you get to see that article from
I did. Give us a little synopsis of the freshman, right?
I can't remember her name, though, unfortunately, off the top of my head. But her mother was the all-time leading pitcher at Carmichael's. Just some ridiculous stats. And now her daughter has some more ridiculous stats that are beating her, and she's only a freshman.
Averaging, like 14 strikeouts a game, something like that?
It's insane, yeah. It's I think Trib had that article. Trib or the Post-Gazette, one or the other.
There's your Maley Minute, brought to you by our friends at Maley Chiropractic, keeping you in the game, as we keep you informed and in the game of what's going on in the softball world.
Yeah, we're sort of hoping they would be in Double A, but the Union's going to have to go through them more than likely.
So 2 runs in that second inning for Neshannock. It only came on 12 pitches thrown, though, by Ronnie Harper. That was pitch number 26, and 27 is a curveball swung on and missed for strike 2 to Gio Valentine.
Yeah, he's got a nice breaking ball, doesn't he?
He does. Not the heaviest velocity, probably low to mid-70s, but again, it looks a lot faster after those big swooping curves a couple of times. This one bounces in. There's your first cricket bowl of the evening. Might be our first cricket bowl reference of the year.
Probably, because I don't usually do any cricket bowl. Never played cricket.
By the way, the other baseball games that are supposed to be going on this week in the section, Shenango and Mohawk doing battle.
Good luck.
Elwood City against Beaver Falls, and Quaker Valley has their off week this week. That's Neshannock's next opponent is Quaker Valley. So next week to finish off section season, Neshannock and Quaker Valley, Riverside against Mohawk. That's going to be another bloodbath if you've ever seen one. And Shenango against Elwood City in a county battle.
And hopefully we'll have a couple of those games on the network here.
We're hoping. Hopefully the weather behaves long enough for that to happen. 1-2, fastball misses outside, evens the count at 2-2 as McDade was just set up just a bit outside.
Yeah, depending on the weather, pick out the best game with the playoff implications.
Talk about that here in a moment after this 2-2 pitch, breaking ball off the end of the bat and fouled. Valentine will stay alive. Neshannock with a win. They just need 1 win of their final 4 games, and they will be in the playoffs. However, you split with Riverside or you get a pair of wins against Riverside and then take care of business against Quaker Valley. Now you're talking about potential section chance, potential 1 and 2 seed type scenarios. So, while a loss doesn't kill you if you're Neshannock, a win certainly jousts you up in the rankings, as this one's fisted a flare towards shallow right field. Settling under it is the lefty Schlosser for the first out of the inning.
Yeah,
just to finish the thought, though, Lee, is the idea of, not to mention, too, you'd be giving Riverside their first loss of the year.
Correct. And the lights are coming on here at Pullman Park.
It's got to be tough to see out there without those lights. So
I would think so.
Dom Cubelis, left-handed hitter, hitting .262 on the season. First pitch breaking ball catches the inside corner for strike 1.
Well, top 4 each section make it, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so, they should be easily going to be in the playoffs, so.
This ball grounded up the middle past the diving Seth Hayes, for a 1-out single. 4th hit of the game for Neshannock.
Expect anything less from Hayes? But diving
to
try to get that ball, what a great effort.
See if we can get our standings up there. I know I got it somewhere.
Well, Riverside at 8-0, Mohawk 7-1, Neshannock 6-2, Shenango at 4-4. Quaker Valley's got 10 section games in. They've been fortunate to dodge the raindrops. Trying to get more baseballs into the area
Can't
here.
say I blame them. Yeah, there's the standings up on your screen now. Didn't have the shortcut ready for you there, Tyler, but Riverside, perfect 13-0. Mohawk and Neshannock each with 2 losses overall. Mohawk's non-section loss coming to West Allegheny. That's a pretty decent program, I'd say, right?
I would think so.
throw over to first base. Easily back is Cubellis. And, I said that now, and now it doesn't sound right. So now I got to go and confirm that.
For West Allegheny?
Yeah, because West Allegheny also played against Union. That's why I'm... Peters Township is who Mohawk lost to in walk-off fashion, 8-7. I mean, a darn good game.
Still a 5A team.
0-1 to count. How about this? First pitch strikes. 10 first pitch strikes versus 2 first pitch balls thrown so far here from Ronnie Harper. He's commanded the zone. Lazy throw over to first base this time. And if this is Major League Baseball, if he throws over again and doesn't get the pickoff, it'd be considered a balk.
Yeah, which we talked about. I'm very much against these new rules.
No, thank you. The 0-1 to Fry. Ground ball, base hit, past the diving effort of Sammy Barber. Couldn't quite get the glove down in time. Back-to-back one-out singles. Puts 2 runners on board, and Grant Melder stepping to the plate.
Well, that's not an E5. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, now.
That's a hard hit ball.
And actually, that's only the second ball from Neshannock that was hit to the left side of the field. A ground out from Cubellis in his first at bat, and then that single from Fry. Everything else has been right side. It's a good piece of coaching, really, is Neshannock with all these off-speed pitches, waiting back and driving them the other way. Grant Melder, who doubled and scored in the second, trying to extend this Lancer lead. First pitch fastball, outside corner, strike one.
And we mentioned earlier, Fry is the pitcher/DH, so he has to run.
So, yes, you're right. No Castle Asphalt courtesy runner here. He runs at first for himself. Cubellis running at second. High evens the count at 1-1.
I'm surprised they're letting the little kids stand behind home plate. They're not causing any problems, but of course
as long as they're not saying anything.
As far as we know, of course, we can't hear anything in this lovely 80-degree suite of ours.
Hey, Tyler's got the crowd mic. He'd be able to tell us, right? Here's the 1-1. Runners will go. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt, and it's going to allow at least the runners to advance. So strike 2 on the swing from Melder, trying to protect the runners. But the rule, though, of a hit and run there, Lee, you don't swing at 2 pitches. What are those 2 pitches?
Go ahead.
Ball in the dirt, ball 4.
Sounds good to me.
That he does just to make sure on that one.
And Coach Oliastro is going to come out of the dugout and as he's dressed for the weather. Always has the batting helmet on, does Coach Oliastro. You always have him see that helmet, but he's got the headgear on today because of the cold weather here tonight.
Make sure you take the time out and save money on your insurance. You get the best rates and customer service by calling a local agent like Tracy Giddings, Jessica Weiland, or Dan Pontius. Your agents at Pontius Insurance. Request your quote for auto, home, business, or life. By the way, that stolen base brought to you by Health in Motion Physical Therapy. No referral needed to visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy. Come in for a 15-minute consultation. Save those unnecessary trips to the doctor's office. Don't wait months to start feeling better. They'll get you in the office within 48 hours. Health in Motion Physical Therapy, keeping you moving on the base paths.
That could sure go for some crane room wings, too. I haven't had those for a while.
Well, there's your shout-out to the crane room because I have a feeling we will not have any out-of-town scores coming your way tonight.
Maybe they can deliver some wings to Butler.
Oh, I'll place a to-go order. Maybe we'll be back before they close at 10. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Melder pops it up. First baseline foul and out of play. Count will remain 1-2. That was pitch number 39 thrown by Ronnie Harper. On the other side right now, Andrew Fry, by the way. I didn't write down the number. I think it was at 53.
We had a local bar beside us that's closed now. Used to have really good wings, the Huddle Lounge, back in the days, and closed for a few years.
Wings do sound good right now.
They do. I haven't had them for a while.
1-2 inside move.
Huddle Lounge was known for they have once a year they'd make homemade turtle soup and sell it.
Melder lets it go from Harper upstairs.
Harper upset that he missed that one.
That's one of the few misfires you've seen from Ronnie Harper today.
Still that's steady rain.
Steady light drizzle. We've really had the entire time. Just enough to keep everything slick.
Yes, but as long as it stays like this, they'll continue playing.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Melder requests time, and it is granted after the long pause. Again, you don't want to see pitch counts coming into effect, though I've heard it is in effect already in the college game this year as well at the D2 level, I heard.
I did not hear that.
The 2-2. Misses upstairs, and count runs full to Melder. Yeah, it was Slippery Rock. Talked to a coach who is coaching out at Slippery Rock, said that they have a pitch count for their conference games this year.
I don't think you'll ever see it in major leagues. Of course, they do it anyways.
I was going to say, where have you been this year? Been pitch clock all year.
I mean the pitch count, though.
Oh, pitch count, no.
I thought you were...
No, pitch clock.
Oh, I thought you said pitch count. No, I'm sorry.
I may have. Payoff pitch. Fouled right back to the screen.
Okay.
Count will remain full. Yes, the pitch clock is in effect in Division II baseball, at least in the PSAC.
That's a shame. I told you before, get rid of Velcro. Get rid of Velcro and 1 foot in the box at all times. You didn't have to change the major league rules.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion.
And that's exactly what Richie Serigny said last time. They got, in a playoff game, got a strike 3 called because a player stepped out of the box with 2 feet.
Jeez.
Tell him to keep the foot in the box, period.
Yeah.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming from Harper to Melder. Driven towards left center field gap. This one's going back, going back, going back. It is caught, and the center fielder at the last second, Fornatero came over. Hunter Garvin was going back. I don't think he had any idea where the ball was, Lee, and I couldn't find it either until all of a sudden Fornatero settled under it. So the second out of the inning, but it is a sacrifice F8 on the putout.
I had no clue where the ball was. No clue whatsoever. I thought the way the outfielders were running towards the fence, I thought maybe it went over the fence, but good thing Fornatero saw it the whole time. Well, maybe the whole time. He was able to catch it and big out, but the sacrifice fly makes it 3-0 though.
7th RBI of the season for Grant Melder. Nate Rinn looking for his second ribby of the evening.
And again, don't look at the scoreboard.
As it is now 3-1.
That says it's 2-1.
You told me don't look at the scoreboard.
Yeah.
3-1 your score after that.
Yep.
Toshiba RBI. Make sure, again, you give Dale Senchak a call for all your business office supply needs. This one down in the Pebbles. Good block by McDade behind the dish. 2-0 the count.
Yeah, get that phone number, 412-290-2156, and we're going to chip out to the mound. Yeah, I miss Coach Dorenza this year because he's in Double-A.
Yeah.
Not going to get a chance to see him for the most part because all our teams are in Triple-A and Single-A.
Yeah, Laurel, the only team in Double-A. They're in a rebuilding year after graduating.
Yeah.
I think it was 8 or 9 seniors from last year's squad.
But Coach Dorenza are going to be running in that fall league this year, so.
Yeah, hoping to get a couple teams from up this way. I think he said Riverside and Elwood City have both been in that Western Pennsylvania Fall Baseball League before. Hoping to see a couple more from the Beaver and Lawrence County, maybe even up in the Mercer County area, make the trip. Some of the best ball you're going to see. Step off throw to second base. Actually, no throw made.
That's
60-some teams in that league they get every year.
Not on my bucket list, but I'd sure like to get down to Boston Field one time and see a game down there, down at Sarah Catholic.
2-0 the count. Breaking ball again in the dirt. This could be almost like an intentional walk here to Nate Rinn. You got Jake Rinn in the on-deck circle.
Yeah. And maybe go watch a baseball game in the snow down at Boston Field, make Coach Dorenza proud.
But you know the field is going to be ready to go no matter whether it's 90 degrees or 30 degrees.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't get a game in either yesterday or today. 3-0 the count. Harper delivers, and it is another breaking ball, and it is exactly that. Basically, your intentional pass, the first free pass given on the day by Ronnie Harper, only the 10th walk he has surrendered this year.
Well, I'm sure if Coach Dorenza had his way, they'd be playing.
Castle Asphalt courtesy runner back out there.
Yeah, it's Moses again.
meant to mention it last time. I believe Moses leading the team right now in stolen bases, as you would probably expect. 10 swiped bags on the year for the senior. Defensive specialist, we've seen him in the outfield a good amount this year, and obviously running the bases. Jake Rind at the plate, 351 hitter, just hit his 9th RBI of the season last time at bat. First pitch breaking ball inside for ball 1. And if you're at Texas A&M, you're starting the ball 5 chant. Actually, this would be ball 6 right now. You'd be.
Oh, I love that. That's a great clip.
That's one of the best college baseball traditions in my mind. That's ball 6 in a row. You'd now be chanting ball 7. If you've never seen it, just search on YouTube's. Well, not right now because you're watching the game.
Yeah.
But when the game's over, go search ball 5. Ball 5. Jake Rind, all singles in his at-bats on the year as well. No extra base hits. He's just looking to get something in play here. And another one upstairs. The ball 7 thrown by Ronnie Harper.
And the ball 8 chant would be going with the like a tomahawk chop, basically, with the
ball 8, ball 8,
with the 2 hands. And it's a great. I love that clip.
3-0 the count. Long pause, no let him go. What was the one clip I've seen? I think they get to ball 8 before a strike is thrown. But
yes.
The other one that I've seen, one went to ball 11.
Oh my gosh!
There was a pitching change in the middle of it too, and they kept the chant going the entire time the new pitcher is warming up.
That's
it's great. This one catches the inside corner, so ball 8 is where the chants would end. Jake Rind.
Oh, they keep it during a pitching change. That's awesome.
And then 3 or 4 more balls after that, and I believe it was a grand slam that was hit at the end of it.
Oh, jeez.
They're the 12th man, ruthless out there. 3-1. Ground ball, high chopper towards shortstop, having to come all the way up is Burry. Throw to first base, gets him by a half step. Great play from Evan Burry to get the out across the diamond. But another run across. Neshannock, after giving one up in the top of the 3rd, gets one right back on a pair of hits and a walk. They leave 2 runners on the bags. 3-1 your score, heading to the 4th inning. Back in a moment at lcsportsnet.com.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
That was the voice of Lee Moan that you just heard. He's alongside as well. I'm James Dotson. Glad to bring you the call here from historic Pullman Park. Michelle Krill Field, our venue, finally to get probably the only game along. I'm glad that you're following us wherever you are, whether it's at lcsportsnet.com, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, Facebook Live, Game Changer, if you're following along on Game Changer as well. We thank you for joining the fun, and it has been fun, even in the rain. Well, it's fun for us because we're nice and dry here, Lee.
Yeah, we're in a nice 76 degrees and sunny in a suite. We don't hear any sound. That's the one bad thing when they built this ballpark here at Pullman Park. The windows you cannot open whatsoever in these suites. So that's the one thing they did, in my opinion, did wrong. But other than that, did a nice job of rebuilding everything here at Pullman Park. I said everything exactly the same, except metal.
Now, what Blue Sox intern to my left, Mr. Tyler Aaron, was telling me before the game, Lee, is that they're talking about moving these fences in here in the near future.
They can't do that.
Well, I mean, they want more home runs. That's understandable. 425 in center. You're not going to get much there.
Then get rid of then you have to get rid of the saying of historic Pullman Park. Because that's everything was built exactly the same for Pullman Park. The dimensions, they kept the stands basically the same, except it's metal. And I mean, that's the thing. But that's my opinion again.
2-0 the count to Darren McDade, lined out to first base in his first at bat.
You can definitely move in center field, make it 400, that's for sure.
This one off the end of the bat, but it's going to do the job. Good job to keep the hands back by the catcher McDade and get a leadoff single over the shortstop's head. 5th hit of the game for Riverside. Neshannock also with 5 hits now in the game, and we'll see our Castle Asphalt courtesy runner.
We might. Let's see.
I thought I saw somebody coming out of the dugout. I guess not.
Right now it does not look. Looks like McDade's going to run.
So McDade will run for himself. 3-1 your score. And Sammy Barber will step to the plate, grounded out in his first plate appearance. And again, way up at third base is Valentine, expecting the bunt. Bunt pulled back, though, as the pitch misses upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, it's actually the voice of the Blue Sox for a couple of years. The first 2 years in existence, I was able to announce Butler Blue Sox games here from Pullman Park.
And it's been all uphill from there.
It sure has been. I digress to this network.
This one, line drive right at Valentine, throw across the diamond, trying for the double play, and it's going to be off the bag. Did he stab that with his bare hand at first base, Melder?
Not that I know of, but...
Oh, I'm going to have to catch the replay on that because that was, well, first off, an incredible play because Valentine is probably only about 75 feet away when he gets that line drive catch. Fires it across the diamond quickly. Wow. Big first out of the inning. It'll bring Seth Hayes to the plate.
Yeah, ball was hit right on the line. And Coach Q's going to... He's coming out and talking to the
the base umpire is saying he came off of the bag, so I think he's going to try to see if home plate umpire says that, I saw him still hold it.
Which I understand. That's and the base umpire's going to come in. You know what's for dinner tonight? It's spaghetti. Okay, good. Yeah, the base umpire was 100% sure of that call. But I understand. I mean, the base umpire is going to he'll give you the benefit of the doubt. They said, did he ask whether or not? But
yeah.
Nonetheless, you got to give him the courtesy.
Fastball misses upstairs for ball 1 to Seth Hayes, a .273 hitter.
Personally, I thought he beat it back anyways, even if he was off the bag.
I'm going to check out the replay myself here because that was nonetheless impressive as this one's upstairs. Now, he did pick it with the glove first off, and it is a bang-bang play. Fastball inside corner makes the count 2-1, and I'll tell you what, if he does keep the bag, it beats the runner getting back.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the challenge. I mean, talking.
Yeah, just make sure everybody's on the same page. That's all you can ask for.
And again, the home plate umpire might, in that situation, he's not going to have a better view than the base umpire.
Right, not the way that he pulled off. Correct. 2-1 misses upstairs, makes the count 3-1.
In a lot of situations, yes, he's going to have, the home plate umpire will have a better view.
See if the runner will go on a hit and run count. He will not, and it's ball. No, I'm sorry, caught the outside corner. Again, I thought our home plate umpire was pointing to go down to first base.
It's spiked too.
Serves me right. Payoff pitch, this one well outside for ball 4.
Yeah, our home plate umpire likes to do that. He likes to point like, okay, go ahead down to first base, but you're thinking it's strike 3? No. It looks like your sister and in-law might be giving up.
Well, you are going to get some pictures courtesy of Something for Your Wall Photography here at the end of this one.
I think she might be done.
Oh, no, she's going right down in front. First pitch in there, strike 1 to Evan Burry.
And Mark's probably going to go get a hot dog.
Second walk issued, by the way. Excuse me, third walk. One was intentional in there from Andrew Fry. They're going to have another conference with catcher Nate Rinn. Gives us a chance to remind you that coming up after the game, we'll have our LCAP Player of the Game Award. Lee Moan, so many great ways our powering sponsor, the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership, is improving the quality of life in and around Lawrence County. Starts with the Learning Tree Child Care Center. Quality child care services available throughout the county at various locations for children as young as 6 weeks old up to 5 years old. All available. Go to lccap.org for more information. Count even at 1-1 as that one misses upstairs.
When Fry's missed, he's missed a lot upstairs here tonight.
That's usually not following through and finishing the pitch, as this one's drilled off the end of the bat right to the screen. 1-2 the count. Burry grounded out in the first, reached on a bunt single. So he was trying to sacrifice in the third, but laid a perfect bunt down between the pitcher and the first baseman.
Yeah, any other baseball field other than turf, there's no way we're playing. It's been just steady rain since the first pitch.
The 1-2 from Fry. Swung on and missed. Beautiful strikeout.
Wow.
Number 3, and the first time we've really seen Fry go to that deuce in a strikeout situation, it looked like.
Boy, what a break on that ball. Burry was completely fouled. Great pitch.
By the way, we did see some action down in the bullpen for Neshannock. Didn't catch who it was who was going down, but I saw a catcher and another white shirt making their way. As this is Neshannock's home game.
I'm not going to go out in the elements and look.
First pitch upstairs, ball 1 to Ashton Schlosser. Doubled down the left field line, but was thrown out at the plate in his first at bat. Schlosser up. Fornatero is on deck, hoping to get a chance. Pickoff play to second base, easily back is Schlosser. And again, these two teams, they know each other so well, Lee. Like they're expecting those plays. They know when they're coming half the time.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd want to be throwing the ball like that in this situation.
1-0 pitch, fouled out of play. Evens count at 1-1. You're right. On something like that, hey, it's not there. You don't need to throw it.
Yeah, plus you have a 3-1 lead.
Don't give anything new. Actually, you know what? Now that you say that, Neshannock scored their first run last year in the state quarterfinals on a play like that. A pickoff attempt at first base in which Andrew Moses came all the way around to score. That's how much room was at Seneca Valley High School in foul territory. Similar scenario here at Pullman Park. Downstairs a ball, 2-1 to count. Schlosser, 12 ribbies on the year, and he has one of those 9 home runs that the Panthers have driven out of the park on the season. Fry checks the runners, now delivers, and this one's again golfed out of play down the third base line. 2-2.
Yeah, that's one field we would be playing on, Seneca Valley, with the all-turf softball, baseball, football.
No games for them going on?
They didn't.
Well, they were supposed to play here, right?
Yes, they were supposed to play. Yeah, they're supposed to play here. Their final 3-game series versus Butler.
And again, the reason why they're not rushing into play a game is they don't have games scheduled in section in the last week of the year, unlike basically all of 1, 2, and 3A. I think there's one section in Class 3A that has the final week off for everybody. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Another breaking ball driven past the first baseman for a base hit. Gleese comes up, firing towards home again. This one is going to be caught off, and now you're going to have 2 players at third base as a result, and there's going to be the tag out. So another fire to home plate from Robin Wright, and the base runners get caught. 2 on the same bag.
There's the mistake. Great job as the coach Ollie Asser put up the hold sign, but unfortunately coming around second base was Hayes. Did not see the hold sign go up. He was going hard into third and was like, uh-oh. So mistake number 2 that Neshannock takes advantage of.
We're going to keep it right here as Riverside. No runs in the inning. They had a pair of hits and a walk. But after the throw-out from right field, another 2 runners left on the bags. And Limon, I want to point out something too.
Please do.
Home plate umpire Ricky Gabriel was coming out to discuss and make sure with the base umpire, because if there were 2 runners on the base at the same time, it's about which one got there first and second in terms of which one was tagged, because they actually would have tagged the wrong runner, but Hayes started running back to second base, so he came off the bag. That's why then he was no doubt about it out. But that's I love the communication, and they even gave a little fist pound to each other because, yep, I saw that same thing. He was completely off the bag. He wasn't that we had 2 runners on the bag and they tagged the wrong one, because it would have been the wrong one if Hayes had just stayed on the bag. But that's incredibly difficult to try to teach a kid to say, yes, you should have stayed there.
Well, you just tag both runners.
Well, right, yes.
That's the easy way out of it, but I understand exactly what you're saying. But, yeah, I saw the umpires do the same thing. It was just good umpires there.
So how about Ashton Schlosser? Could have had a chance at a couple of Toshiba RBIs, Lee, but twice he is rejected. First, he was the one who was thrown out at the plate the first time, and then this time Rob Gleese guns him down and gets the out at first. And I think we might have a pitching change here.
Yeah, Hunter Garvin is in, I think it's number 3. Yep, Hunter Garvin in on the mound.
So our Pontius Insurance pitching change will get you that full change here in a moment. Ronnie Harper will throw the first 3 innings through 52 pitches, which that could actually be a little bit significant here, Lee. We'll talk about that in a moment.
Yeah, we should have a new left fielder then.
3 runs, 5 hits. He struck out 3 and walked 1 in his 3 innings.
Turn around, please.
I'm going to cheat.
26.
Ah, darn it. Bowser.
That'd be John Bowser. Yep. Yeah, you can cheat, yeah. I always forgot you got that high technology. I just got the low technology and binoculars.
So here's why that is significant, though, for Ronnie Harper. 52 pitches. By definition, that's a 2-day rest. However, he started that last at-bat under 50. So you're allowed to finish the at-bat and be capped off at that threshold of 50, which is only a 1-day rest. So if, for whatever reason, games cannot get played tomorrow and they have to play on Friday instead, he would be available to throw on Friday.
That's the 55 years of experience right
well,
there.
Pitch count's only been out there for, 5, 6 years now?
Who cares? That's still 55 years of experience to know how to work a game.
But
how about that?
Another left-handed thrower, though, on the mound for the Riverside Panthers.
So I believe that's the only changes, though. Bowser on the left and Garvin on the mound. So Neshannock up 3-1 going into the bottom of the 4th. Luke Gleese will step into the box as the lights are coming on in the press box, our press suite. First pitch popped up. Catcher loses it and will not be able to make the play. The ball bounced in foul territory. McDade had it and then couldn't find it, lost it in the lights.
Unfortunate for McDade right there because he did everything correctly, Lee. He found the ball, threw the helmet out of the way so there was no way he would step on it. And as he's settling under it, then all of a sudden he just loses it. Not sure if it was lost as it got above the lights or if it was just tailing back more than he thought, but nonetheless, it's a break for Luke Gleese.
I'm saying it is swing and a miss. I'm going to say that ball was tailing a little bit, and he just lost. The ball blew backwards, unfortunately, landed in foul territory.
Misses well outside. A little sidearm action from Hunter Garvin.
That would have been interesting if the ball hit foul and then went into fair territory and been a fair ball. I did not see if Gleese was running.
He was down at first base.
Okay,
I know he was
good.
down there.
That's good. This is what you're supposed to do. I actually had that happen in my umpiring days. A play like that, ball hit foul and then rolled in the fair territory for a fair ball.
2-2 pitch drilled towards the left center gap. Luke Gleese is going to get on base to lead off the inning, and he's thinking about extra bases. He's going to go sliding in feet first and almost slides through the bag, but gets the leadoff double. That's why you slide early, especially on wet turf. Luke Gleese, his second 2-bagger of the year.
And that's the advantage of playing on turf at Neshannock. You know when to slide and how to slide on this wet turf. And what's Coach Giuda to come out and get some more baseballs, and they're determined they're going to get this game in.
That's Coach Joe Borelli and Coach Dale Senchak making their way out to be on ball drying duty. Not going to say ball washing, I guess.
It's just a nuisance rain is all this has been.
Letting up right now as we kind of look at the drip drops in front of us. And now, not sure what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what the base umpire is looking at.
Making sure both shortstop Evan Burry and the runner at second Luke Gleese are ready to go. They are. Now Rob Gleese to the plate, a .357 hitter on the year. He squares the bunt, coming and charging. Bunt is laid down beautifully, though, by Gleese. The catcher, McDade, is going to catch it and throw to first base. Sacrifice 2-4. Perfectly well done for Rob Gleese. Perfectly well done I'm going to use that phrase here in a moment, but Lee, talk about that bunt.
Well, hold on. They're going to appeal and see if his foot was on the bag. First base coach says, I don't know about that because he pulled a little bit early.
Kurt Latta wanted Rob to stay there, but he does retreat to the dugout now.
Okay, now.
So perfectly well done. Like the uniforms.
Yes.
So they were designed by Rob Gleese, these white uniforms.
Interesting.
Coach Q had made a design for the uniforms, and the players said, Coach, we're not big fans. I think they said it a little bit more harshly than that, but Coach basically said, hey, you think you can do better? Go for it. They did, and on team vote, Rob Gleese's design won, and that's what you're seeing being worn right now by the Lancers.
Infield is in.
It's Matt Pallarino to the plate. Swings through the first pitch offering, 0-1 to count.
Bobby Benia's cousin walks by.
0-1, squeezes on. It's going to be popped up, but it falls harmlessly to the turf behind the catcher. Pallarino was trying to squeeze in the run from third.
That is a true story. Is it, Mr. Aaron? You would know that, Usher. Says he's Bobby Benia's cousin. No, Tyler? Okay.
Come on, Ty.
We're not putting you on the spot at all. Yeah, that was definitely squeezed all the way for sure. As Gleese was definitely running on the pitch.
Count is now 0-2 to Pallarino. Throw over to third base. Almost got away from Sammy Barber.
Actually, a player from Seneca Valley actually stole home cleanly the other day against North Allegheny.
There's something you don't see every day.
Yeah. Complete clean steal. It wasn't a double steal.
The 0-2. Fouled back and out of play. Last one I remember would have had to have been, it was Neshannock Mohawk. I remember Benny Bechtel stealing home, and that was one that the batter had no idea that the steal of home was coming. He swung through it, and good thing that the runner literally slid right under the swing. 0-2, breaking ball, gets away, but not far enough as Gleese wasn't quite able to see it early enough, and Valentine, the on-deck batter, also holding up the brakes.
Yeah, not a lot of room behind home plate here. That's the one thing. A lot of room everywhere else. But behind home plate, not so much. But it can take a lot of tricky bounces, though.
It is padded down low, but then you have the screen with some metal bars up high, so especially a throw from not the pitcher's mound can get very, very interesting. Here's the 1-2. This is upstairs. Count even at 2-2 to Pallarino. Luke Gleese with one down stands at third base. Represents some insurance for the Lancers. They lead 3-1. They're ranked number 3. Riverside ranked number 1 to match those scores on the scoreboard. The 2-2 from Garvin. Again, foul back to the screen. A great at-bat coming here from Pallarino. Count remains even at 2-2. Infield playing in. Seth Hayes about 3 or 4 feet into the fake grass. Another one fouled off, just getting the bat on it there, Lee. What a battle from Pallarino.
Gotta love it, just getting a piece of it.
And that means Giovanni Valentine's getting a workout as the on-deck batter.
Yeah.
Corralling all those foul balls. And time was granted in the box before Garvin went to deliver that pitch.
So the umpire says. And that's all the one that matters.
That's all that matters. So again, the 2-2. End of the bat, chopper towards second base. Only play will be at first because the runner had the hold with Seth Hayes playing in. Good job to bring the defense in. Ground out 4-3, retires Pallarino. 2 down, Gleese remains at third, top of the order now up.
Yes, a good job there by Garvin to get that weak ground ball. The 2-hopper, no chance at all for Gleese to break. Don't want to take a chance with a 3-1 lead in the top of the order coming up. Valentine 0 for 2 in the day.
First pitch drilled towards left field. That looked very similar for Valentine's Day last week when they got the walk-off win against Shenango. Another RBI single, the Toshiba RBI from Gio Valentine extends the Neshannock lead.
And that's exactly why he didn't want to take a chance to score that fourth run right there. Because the top of the order coming up, one of your best hitters on the team, let him have a chance. And that's the chance you got. And Valentine, first pitch, easily calls it, gets the RBI, 4-1 Neshannock.
So now Dom Cubelis to the plate with 2 down. All began with the leadoff double, getting guys on base to start the inning, Lee. It was, I believe it was former Shenango coach Matt Diesel who first said it to me. Love the math analytics as runner goes, going into second base, head first slide, and in there safely, but then off the bag, and he got the hand back in just in time. As Valentine overslid the bag, he does get his 8th stolen base of the year. Your Health in Motion stolen base?
Health and over motion, almost.
You're saying you could have too much physical therapy?
Yes. In that particular instance, wow. And they said that pitch was a ball.
Glad you caught that, because I certainly didn't.
I just saw the umpire. That's the only reason I saw the 1-0.
So 1-0 the count. Valentine's been swinging the hot bat, getting it done with the legs. Hockey season ended earlier than he would have liked this year for the Neshannock Lancers in the PIHL, but that meant he was back out here swinging the aluminum after swinging the lumber. Cubelis singled and scored in the third. Inside move, and Valentine easily gets back. By the way, Cubelis had a stolen base, his 6th of the year. Cubelis looking for RBI number 9 on the year. Has an 0-1 pitch coming from Garvin. Misses down and away, 2-1 to count.
Yeah, I actually had a home plate umpire the other day with the old school chest protector.
Nice.
Yeah, at the softball game the other day. Very rarely you see those.
Right now, it's sad that you can say very rarely are you seeing umpires, period.
Yeah.
Another one downstairs, 3-1 to count. Andrew Fry in the on-deck circle, 1 for 2 on the day.
Well, you had your choice of umpires tonight.
As long as they were willing to
willing.
come out and
that's the
play
key.
in the rain.
Willing in this.
Don't trust the scoreboard, Limon. It's 2-2.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. So Game Changer was wrong. How about that?
Yeah, Game Changer was wrong. That's why Tyler just no, I'm just kidding.
No, thank you, Ty. I was with you on that. I would have definitely trusted the guys in the dugout before I would have trusted the scoreboard. But nonetheless, it is a walk, and that brings up Bubba Fry. And you don't get the walk-up music that you would have had at Neshannock, though you can just picture it in your head. The bells tolling, the Undertaker theme coming for when Andrew Fry steps to the plate, and that was a Coach Q decision. He just said one day at a practice, I think is what it was, that, you know what, that just needs to be your theme when you come to the plate. And then that night, all he did was hit a couple of home runs.
Yeah,
so it
now
kind of
stuck.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So that was the first walk given up by Hunter Garvin in relief. Already one across the board in the inning for Neshannock, trying to get a crooked number again here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Called strike 1 down at the knees.
Now, how come the nickname Bubba?
Do you think I'd remember that when I asked last week?
Why should I? Why should you? I have to put you on the spot at least once a game.
I believe that was just a carryover nickname from Sharpsville, but I will not be quoted on that one. Certainly fits the mold of a Bubba compared with Coach Mike Bubba Kirkwood. Almost doesn't seem fair to have another Bubba on the field.
Yeah, no. But he's bigger than I am, so he can be Bubba.
Good work from Hunter Garvin. He's up 0-2 against Andrew Bubba Fry, a .361 hitter, looking to cash in and increase his team-high RBI total. Runners go. Driven towards right field, but foul. Count remains 0-2. Don't think we mentioned it. Andrew Fry going to Slippery Rock to continue his academic and athletic career.
Yeah, congratulations to him.
We go into Critchfield Park. Grant Melder in the on-deck circle. He's going to Penn State Shenango, as is assistant coach John Anthony Quilero. A couple years at Westminster, stepped aside this year. He wanted to be part of the coaching staff again, and now he's going to play for Shenango in their inaugural season next year. 2-2, good blocking behind the plate by McDade to keep Valentine at second.
Nice campus up there at Slippery Rock.
I thought you were going to say Penn State Shenango. There is no campus.
No.
Though great to see the athletic programs making their way back.
It is.
Boys and girls basketball, men's and women's basketball. They had a cheerleading team. Now they're getting a golf team this past year, and baseball beginning next season. Breaking ball breaks around the plate. Count even at 2-2. Valentine running at second. Cubelis at first. Andrew Fry at the plate.
And you were the voice of the Shenango boys and girls this year.
Yeah, that's been a lot of fun up there at the Buell
bet.
Club. It's a great atmosphere, especially so many local talent, especially on the women's side. A lot of it's fun to see these players continue from when we cover them at the local level to then going and playing at college. Another one fouled back and out of play. Count will remain 2-2. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming for Fry.
Yeah, into the concrete mix to our right. Good old Dubrook's been there for many, many years to our right. A lot of baseballs.
As long as they don't get mixed in with the concrete they're laying on my driveway. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Garvin checks the runner. Fry granted time in the box.
Yeah, first year when Butler Blue Sox were in, they wanted all the balls to be returned, and they were giving kids a reward if they bring a ball back, which I'll
hot dog coupons, that would work for me.
You got it. But
breaking ball swung on and missed.
I'll continue that story at the next inning.
Got Fry to chase to end the inning. First strikeout in relief for Garvin, but another run across for Neshannock. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 runners left on. We've played 4. It's 4-1 Neshannock. Back in a moment. Lawrence County SportsNet, Triple Live High School Sports Network, Game Changer, Facebook Live, everywhere, powered by LCAP.
Coaches, success in the spring on the diamond begins all the way back in the fall. Get your team ready for the spring sports season by joining the Western Pennsylvania Fall Baseball League. For nearly 2 decades, the WPFBL has hosted some of the top teams in the WPIAL and beyond to hone their skills in a competitive yet developmental environment. Over 60 teams compete in the 6-week fall season, which features Saturday doubleheader games in your region, followed by the playoffs for just $250 plus umpire fees. Coaches can choose to play based on a geographic location and school size, and can choose to compete in the varsity division and to get accustomed to 60-90 baseball in the JV division. For more information or to sign up for the WPFBL, call League President Brian Zarenza or visit WPFBL.totalcamps.com.
And back to Pullman Park. 4-1 Neshannock as we start the top of the 5th inning. 3-4-5 hitters for the Riverside Panthers. Fornatero, Garvin, and Garvin. That's Hunter and Mitch. As Mr. Dawson will step out for his half-inning break. Where he went, I don't know. He's pulling a Laney for Terry, Mr. Tyler Aaron. Laney for Terry, known, he broadcasts for Trib Live a lot. I got to work a couple games with him, and he'd just sort of say, hey, I'll be back, and goes get a couple hot dogs and takes a break. He says, you're in charge. So we'll do that as Bill Fornatero stops in. He's 1 for 2 in the day. Neshannock with that 4-1 lead here to start the top of the 5th. First pitch, a little up high. As we mentioned earlier, when Fry misses, it's been up high. There's a strike. Actually, yep, it got the strike with 1-1. Said something for your wall photography in the house today. Taking some great pictures. Next pitch, a little down low ball 2. You can check out our website, Twitter or Instagram, and there's ball 4. Leadoff walk for Fornatero. Check out our great capture moments on Facebook. Search Something for Your Wall on the Facebook. And now we're going to get Coach Q to come out and have a talk with Coach Fry, or with Andrew Fry. Let's see if we might get a pitch and change here. That's PaunceInsurance.com. Love the life you live. Worry-free. Our Paunce Insurance timeout. At the end of this game, we will have our Maley Chiropractic play the game. Visit Chiropractic. Mitch Maley, Chris Arger, or Kelsey Bowser voted best of the best chiropractor in Lawrence County, and our LCAP player of the game. Learning Tree Child Care Center. Quality child care services available throughout the county for children between the age of 6 weeks and 5 years old. Thanks to them, Lawrence County LCAP, for sponsoring the network and sponsoring the player of the game and our Maley Chiropractic play of the game. 4-1 Neshannock here on the top of the 5th as Hunter Garvin steps in. He's walked twice. First pitch a little outside. That's 5 straight balls. Coach Q comes out and says, Mr. Gleese, go back, please.
Yeah, this is no double scenario right now if you're a Neshannock Lancer. Don't give any extra bases when you're up by a 3-run advantage.
There's a strike. You done running?
For now.
Okay. You taking over?
I will.
Okay.
I like the timeout, though, to take that time after the 4-pitch walk to start the inning, and now you get a strike 2. Good job to come back. 1 ball, 2 strike to count.
That's all right. You need a break. Make sure everything's going okay. The camera's not too soaked.
Looks good there. While I was out there, I actually got a chance to say hi. I mentioned the championship for Neshannock, the one championship that was not won under the Bub Kirkwood era. Mr. Gene Curry in attendance tonight. He was the head coach of that 2002 championship squad, so big shout out to him. Breaking ball just misses outside, evens the count at 2-2.
And in your spare time, you can check out the pitch count for Mr. Fry here in the top of the 5th inning.
That was pitch number 85.
Yeah, and he was getting up there.
Another one just missing. Count runs full. Fornatero already with a walk to get on base. Hunter Garvin started in left field. Now the pitcher.
Wasn't raining hard out there?
Barely at all.
Good.
Throw over to first. Easily back is Fornatero. Yeah, really wouldn't have known, in all honesty, as you were walking around. Well, camera certainly knows. I know you can hear the little drip, drip, drip on top of the
well, I can tell something for your walls nice and comfortable.
This one fouled back and out of play. Count will remain 0-2.
No umbrella, but she still is covering the camera.
Yeah, you can get some great photos from this game, with or without the water droplets, with or without the watermarks as well, thanks to Something for Your Wall Photography. Payoff pitch coming to Garvin. Driven right back through the box, and it's going to be a single to center field, 2 on, nobody out. Look out, here come the Panthers.
Third time Hunter Garvin is on base today.
First time with a hit, though, a walk and an intentional walk, right?
Yeah, it's hard to believe that Something for Your Wall. It took 3,700 pictures at that track event.
Now, you can only go and find 2,500. She deleted 1,200 that were bad.
Jeez.
But yes, 2,500.
She had to be up all weekend.
2,500 pictures that you could get, and I think most impressively, I think she said she missed one of the event winners. Like, she was able to get a picture of every event winner in their event except for one. First pitch for strike 1 to Mitch Garvin, and I believe that was in the girls' shot put because they were done within about 10 minutes of that event at the beginning of the day.
And I got a picture of the shot put, but didn't get a picture of the javelin. That was in there.
Breaking ball misses outside, evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, because I saw her over the javelin. When I was walking over towards the javelin, they were just getting done. That was a fun day out there.
It is great. You were very unsure going out there of what that was going to be like. That was an absolute blast.
Yeah, didn't know really what to expect.
Yeah, Lee Moan, Jay Moan helping out there. Tweety Bird, Katie Walser was our producer for that. A lot of great stuff with our 4 great camera angles. Single camera here tonight because we're not letting any more cameras get wet.
Nah.
2-1 now the count to Mitch Garvin. Hunter at first, Fornatero at second. Strike right down Broadway, evens the count at 2-2. Garvin 6 doubles and another one of those 9 home runs for Mitch, 1 of 9 for Riverside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Misses away. Pitch number 93 just delivered by Fry. Again, 100 is the limit. You're allowed to finish the batter when you hit number 100. The payoff pitch. High fastball's fouled back out of play down the right field line.
Well, that might have been ball 4.
It might have been.
Yeah, late swing. Wasn't sure. Was able to get a piece of it. Wiping that bat off. It's amazing, Coach all the Astros, 78 years old.
And he just turned 79.
Yeah, that's amazing. Still coaching third base, still loves what he does.
Payoff pitch fouled right back towards us. Count, again, remains full.
Yeah, they ask him why he does what he does, because he said what else would he do?
For love of the game.
Yeah. And he loves coaching young men.
And he certainly has groomed plenty of them.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Great ball players and great people coming out of the Riverside baseball program. Another one popped up foul back and out of play. So
yeah,
Garvin wasting pitches. This is going to be pitch number 9 of the at-bat coming up here, Lee.
Yeah, and that's the main thing. You know, he more worries about the person that he does the game. You know, I mean, sure, it's nice to win, but you want to, you know, create the gentleman.
Swung on, foul tip, and hung on to by Rind. 9-pitch at bat is won by the pitcher. Huge first out of the inning to retire Garvin.
Got him the chase, and this will be Fry's last batter. Actually, it's not going to be his last batter. I think we're going to get a pitching. They're checking the pitch count right now to make sure that he has one more batter left.
We have it here at pitch number 97 thrown there by Fry.
So this might be his last batter, depending on what Drake Fox does here.
Drake Fox, the DH. Strikeout and the ground out in his 2 plate appearances. Looking to add to his RBI total. He's got 7 on the year. Apologize if you're watching on Game Changer. Didn't realize the handicap seating sign was right over the batter. That's not going to give you a great view, is it? Could not have placed that any better.
You just now noticed?
Yes. First pitch down in the Pebbles for ball 1.
So everybody was in a wheelchair? In
the
batter's box?
The batter was.
Yeah, okay.
Right-handed batter for sure.
Yeah.
Now, we greatly appreciate we've done that for Neshannock baseball and Mohawk baseball games so far this year. Actually, we did a Neshannock softball game on Game Changer as well. So hundreds watching on our website. 23 watching with the Game Changer app, which we got Lee Moan onto that one here this year. It's been an experience as Lee learns more technology.
No.
That's never a good thing.
No. You want the network to survive, don't you?
Breaking ball. This one bounces way away from Rind, and that's it's going to get caught up into the mesh, so it's just 1 base on that. 1 base on a throw from the mound. But the wild pitch advances Fornatero and Garvin both into scoring position.
A chance for Riverside to get right back in this ball game.
Yeah, 1 hit away from taking a 3-run deficit, potentially down to 1.
You definitely want to get 1 out of this.
Fry fouled back to the screen. That was, by our count, pitch number 100. So, yes, this will officially be the last at-bat from Fry. I'll confirm the count, 2-1.
Yeah, they're going to check the count.
Yeah, it should be 2-1. Give me a chance while the umpires are conferring. Ricky Gabriel, our home plate umpire, we actually had his game, the Neshannock-Shenango second game, and on that there was a foul tip that went back and hit his hand and completely sliced up his right hand. You can actually see the And he gives us the thumbs up. You can actually see the tape on his right hand. It was sliced. Barb Kennard said he probably needs stitches, man. Fastball upstairs, 3-1 to count. Well, he just got through surgery for, I believe it was the knee replacement. And he said, I'm not going back to a hospital again. Tape me up. Let's play ball. Ball 4 here is going to send Fox down to first base. It'll be bases loaded full of Panthers, and we will have a new pitcher coming, as that was the final pitch thrown over the 100 pitch mark is Andrew Fry, so he will finish 4 1/3 innings pitched, giving up so far 1 run on 7 hits. Struck out 3, and he walked 5.
Coach Q going to find out who's ready down there, who discuss which pitcher might come in.
While they make that discussion, it's a Pontius Insurance pitching change. We'll step aside and get a word from Pontius Insurance here at lcsportsnet.com.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Weiland, Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance and receive the personalized service you deserve.
So your pitching change, it's going to be Cam Foy who will step onto the mound. So let's take a look at the new defensive alignment. Your defensive alignment brought to you by Medore Bonner Law, as Cam Foy will step to the plate, to the pitcher's plate, I guess I should say, making his second appearance of the season. He started against Riverside in the PIAA quarterfinals, through 1 1/3 innings in that game that featured 5 different Neshannock pitchers in that game. Foy pitched 2 innings in his lone appearance in that game against Shenango earlier this year. That was his first appearance of the year. Struck out 2 and walked 1 in that ball game. Cam Foy, another senior pitcher. You have him, you have Jacob Walls, you have Zach Rich, who are 3 who have basically been pitcher-only seniors for this Neshannock team. Combine that with the 5 senior starters on the field today. Combine that with another senior who was your base runner extraordinaire, defensive specialist in Andrew Moses. I can do some quick math, Lee. That's 10 seniors who are all getting involved in this team.
Pretty experienced team, for sure. That's why they're one of the top teams in the WPIAL. So Foy's going to have his hands full, though, coming in with a bases loaded, 1-out jam. Do have a 3-run lead, so hopefully he can get a ground ball maybe and get the double play and get out of this inning, but try to only give up 1 run or less in this situation and walk out of here with the lead here in the bottom of the top of the 5th.
Well, if I'm Coach Q, I'm saying, look, if they hit it, they hit it. The only run Riverside has scored was on a bases-loaded walk from Mitch Garvin back in the 3rd. That's it. They've had some opportunities, a couple of throwouts at the plate, another one at third base. Right now, if you're Neshannock, you want your senior coming in relief to come and throw strikes and nothing else. And it is the 7, 8, 9 hitters due up. McDade lined out the first and hit a single over the shortstop's head in his 2 plate appearances today. Now he comes set to McDade. Foy's first pitch in there for strike 1. Big first pitch.
Riverside fan not liking it.
0-1 to count. Corners are playing up. Middle infield playing back for a double play. Fastball right down Broadway for strike 2. So Foy coming in. Looked a little shaky in warm-ups there, Lee, but
sure did.
Comes firing in with back-to-back strikes. Now is an 0-2 count to McDade. This one drilled down the left field line, hugging the line, and it stayed fair. How did that ball stay fair? 1 run will score. Here comes the second, and it's going to be 2 runs across for the Panthers. Darren McDade, that ball looked like it was right down the line from the beginning and would hook foul, but it never hooked, Lee, and it basically painted the line and stuck.
Yeah, that ball might have been foul, and then it got pushed back into fair possibly, too. I mean, looked like that ball was definitely going to be foul, but McDade was able to hug the line and get 2 RBIs, making it 4-3. Thing is, the Fox, though, did not know if that ball was going to be caught or not, so he got a late jump, so it's only a long single.
Yeah, and he had to hold at second base as the throw was going to be coming in from that direction. He had to make sure it was going to go all the way to the plate. Now Sammy Barber comes to the plate with the tying run at second. Both those runs credited to Fry, by the way. Outside corner evens account at 1-1. McDade with RBIs number 9 and 10 on the year. Barber with 7 ribbies himself. Base hit here could potentially tie the game in the top of the 5th. Outside misses. 2-1 to count. McDade running it first for himself. Fox at second. Fox had a good jump, thought about going, held back, and it's now going to be a 3-1 because it missed outside to the pitch to Barber. Check swing, fouled, out of play. Now full count to the junior third baseman. Number 1, Riverside. Number 3, Neshannock, both in the section and in the Trib Live rankings for Class 3A. It's been all we could have wanted. Foley's going to step off as Pallarino out of position covering the bag. Now comes set to face Barber. Misses away, and again the bases are full of Panthers. First walk issued by Cam Foy, 6th walk of the game from Neshannock. Now Seth Hayes, he's been on base twice. A single and scored in the 3rd, walked in the 4th. Tying run at 3rd, go-ahead run at 2nd. The infield fully in now for Neshannock. And first pitch gets away from Rind, but I'm not sure if Fox saw it or if he did. He just is saying, I'm not going anywhere.
Again, short backstop.
Right.
You're in a 1-run game and bases loaded.
You've already had 2 runs out on the base paths. Smart coaching from Coach Oliastro and his smart base running all around.
Whatever he does is smart.
You're not going to say otherwise, that's for sure.
No way.
So 2 hits and 3 walks in this inning for Riverside. Another one that gets away. But again, the runners will stay put.
And here comes Coach Q.
Yeah, I wondered what that 2 in a row, if that would issue another trip to the mound, and it will.
And maybe a new pitcher. Yeah, it looks like Walser might be coming out of the dugout.
Yeah, so it looks like Foy is done. Walser will come in. He'll inherit a 2-0 count with the bases loaded. We'll keep it right here. So Foy faces 2.5 batters, gives up a hit and a walk. And is responsible for McDade at second, Barber at first, Fox at third base, belongs to Fry.
So Coach Q not taking any chances, didn't like the way Foy was throwing.
So coming into today's game, Walser actually had the most innings thrown of anyone on the team. Actually was tied with Cubelis in terms of appearances on the year. 4-0 record for Walser, but now it's going to come out of the pen. 33 Ks and 16 walks on the year for the senior.
Yeah, off to Westminster will be Mr. Walser, staying close to home.
Majoring in?
No idea. Hopefully broadcasting.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Actually, I did have an idea. Just you told me a couple times.
So those of you just tuning in, get you a quick little recap here. Neshannock puts up 2 runs in the bottom of the second inning on a double, and a single by Melder, Rind, and Rind. Made it 2-0. Riverside got one back in the third on a bases-loaded walk. Neshannock got it right back, though, on a Melder sac fly. Made it 3-1, extended to 4-1 after Luke Glee scored on a Valentine RBI single in the fourth. Here in the top of the fifth, though, 3 walks and 2 hits in the inning. Darren McCade with the 2 RBI single down the left field line, plating those 2 runs, bringing us to this 4-3 scenario. Now Walser inherits with the 2-0 count to face Hayes. First pitch misses inside. So now 3-0. And it's downstairs. We're tied. As runners trot their 90 feet around the bases. So that's the second RBI walk Riverside has put up today.
And still only 1 out in the top of the order.
Yes, that's the main part. Now it's the top of the order who is up to bat.
And Coach Oleastro is going to have a word with Evan Burry.
So that closes the book on Fry now, though. 4 runs, all earned on 7 hits. 5 walks, 4 strikeouts, but he will get the no decision now that we are tied. Walser kicks, delivers. This one inside corner, strike 1.
I think it's Walser's game to win or lose right now.
McDade at third, Barber at second, Hayes at first.
Infield's still in.
Good block from Rind behind the dish there as that one was down in the pebbles. This is the 8th batter of the inning. The strikeout to Mitch Garvin, the only blemish on the inning for Riverside. A couple of singles and 4 walks for Riverside batters. This one drilled past the third baseman for a base hit. Riverside takes their first lead of the game. 1-1 in. Here comes the second. Potentially, and throw is going to get up the line just enough that Rind could not get back to administer the tag. As Barber scores from second, it's now 6-4 Riverside as they've now got 5 runs in the 5th.
Good strong throw, but a little up the line. So Riverside taking advantage of those walks. Runners still at first and second here with 1 out.
So Hayes runs at second, Bailey at first. 2 for 4 is Evan Burry now with that 2 RBI single. And that closes the book on Foy. Both batters he faced scored, so 2 runs credited to him on the 1 hit. He is the pitcher of record right now for Neshannock.
I thought actually Barber might have missed home plate.
Well, he's
too late
safely
now.
in the dugout now.
Yeah,
yes.
too late now. But
check swing to Schlosser, foul to the screen. 1-1 to count.
I know the one foot definitely missed home plate.
9th batter of the inning for the Panthers. It all began with a leadoff walk. 4 walks and 3 hits in the inning. Breaking ball catches the outside corner, 1-2 the count.
And this is why Riverside's 13-0.
Yeah, you give them an inch and they'll take a mile, won't they?
Yep.
Still potentially 3 at-bats remaining for Neshannock, though, too. And they've scored in each of the last 3 innings. Breaking ball drilled down the first base line, but foul as Schlosser was out in front of that one.
Yeah, we've been here for a little over 2 hours. We think we have another possibly hour at this one.
Coming up on the 2-hour mark right now.
Oh, that's right. You said 6:33 was the first pitch.
That is correct, yes.
Yeah. Feels like 5:33. Your boy will be in bed by the time you get home, hopefully.
You might have been in bed by the time we got on the air. The 1-2. Sky high to right field. Gleese going back on it. Chasing. He's not going to get there. This is going to be extra bases. 2 runners right on the back of each other. The first one will score. The second one will hold up. Seth Hayes scores from second. Burry goes to third. It's an RBI double for Ashton Schlosser as Riverside has batted around.
Yeah, Cabela's thought he was going to be able to track it down, but he never saw it. He was looking in the skies like, where's the ball? And Rob Gleason had a long, long run for it and fell between them. So the RBI double, making it 7-4 now, Riverside.
Schlosser, a pair of doubles today, 3 for 3 with an RBI.
Yeah, between the rain and the lighting here at Pullman, making it kind of tough.
And now you got the infield in again, but no force play. Bo Fornatero to the plate, and he's the one who started this all with the leadoff walk and scored. It took a few innings, but the Riverside Bats have come alive with the clutch hits at the right moment. This one up and in, 2-0 the count, and now another.
Here comes Coach Q.
Another trip to the mound.
And another pitcher. He pointed down there. He's not wasting any time.
Everybody with a short leash.
That's it for Walser.
And same thing, you look at pitch counts, you wonder, same thing, you think about who might be available tomorrow. So Walser throws 13 pitches. He's available tomorrow. Foy threw 11 pitches. He could be available tomorrow. The question is, who are they going to bring into the mound now? While they make those changes, let's step aside real quick. Back in a moment here at lcsportsnet.com, powered by LCAP.
That was awesome.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Fourth pitcher of the inning, fourth senior pitcher of the inning, as Zach Rich will come out and make his fourth appearance on the mound on the season. So Fry starts the inning, gets to his 100-pitch maximum. He faces 4 batters. Cam Foy faces 2 batters, a single, a walk, goes 2-0. He's pulled. Walser finishes at bat with a walk, then a single and a double. 2-0 count. Now he's pulled, and Zach Rich now stepping to the plate. The 10th batter of the inning for the Riverside Panthers. They've put up 6 runs in the inning, Lee, on 4 hits and 4 walks.
Taking advantage of every situation so far. They've even had a couple runners thrown out earlier in this game, or it could even be worse than 7-4. But it's why they're the number 1 ranked team. I believe number 2 in the state, if I'm not mistaken, is Riverside. Coach Ollie Astor, one of his better teams here.
You knew it was going to be when you had the team last year that went, with just 1 senior on the team, made it to the WPIAL semifinals, lost in a walk-off to Coach Zarenda's Sarah Catholic Eagles, and then make it to the state quarterfinals. And that was an 11-inning marathon before they were defeated there. Oh, by the way, they have a pitcher throwing 90 going to Duke who we haven't seen tonight. Expect to see him on the hill probably in Game 2 tomorrow.
You would think so.
Christian Lucarelli, who committed literally 24 hours before he wouldn't have been allowed to commit anymore. Crazy story there as we have.
That I did not know. You only have a certain amount of time?
So a brand new rule that was put into effect immediately on April 26th was that you cannot be contacted or make official visits until June 1st of your end of your sophomore year. First pitch, and this one's lifted into deep center field. Cubelis will make the catch, but did not make the catch. He never saw it. He never saw it, so this is going to be 3 bases coming all the way around. Looked like Cubelis was settled under it, and then it just fell, and going all the way to third was Bo Fornatero.
Cabela, like I said, the last ball that was out in center field, Cabela's never saw. And this one, it looked like he was going to camp underneath it, and the ball hit maybe 20 feet behind him off to the left. He has no clue where that ball is out in the outfield. That when it gets that high, having problems seeing. And another break for Riverside, now 9-4.
8 runs in the 5th inning for
We're still only
Riverside.
got one out.
That's right. So you got to rule out a triple, right?
Yeah, well, you have to, yeah.
First triple of the year then for Fornatero, and he stands on third. Again, the infield has to play in. A couple of these moonshots, Lee, have just been tough to track.
Or you can give an EL, air on the lights.
Breaking ball misses inside, 2-0 the count to Hunter Garvin.
Yeah, and I think Cabela's would have caught those last 2 balls. He just had no clue where they were.
The count from Rich to Garvin. This one's fouled back and out of play. And I never got a chance to play here at a historic Pullman Park, so I can't say much about the lights situation and how they go. But just by looking at them,
they don't look the brightest.
They don't look the brightest, but they also don't look the highest. So, and what I've had trouble with from our point, now we're obviously in the booth, so you got extra things going on there. But any ball up above the lights, you then can lose it in a dark sky here at night. Which is, I think, is exactly what happened to Cabela's on those last 2. Now Hunter Garvin, who's been on base all 3 times today, breaking ball around him, 3-1 to count.
And Cabela's is a pretty good outfielder, for sure. You got to feel bad for him.
Well, starting center fielder as a freshman, moving a senior from center field to right field. I mean, that tells you enough about his capabilities. You can tell how Neshannock feels about Riverside's Hunter Garvin with his capabilities. That's the 3rd time he's been walked today, and again, that one kind of a intentional free pass.
Is this inning ever going to end?
We again now over the 2-hour mark in this game, and we still have 2.5 innings left to play.
Again, thank God I'm only a half mile from home. And Tyler's about a mile from home.
No comment.
That's good. One time we got him to stay quiet here, Tyler.
Runners on the corners. Fornatero at third, Garvin at first. Fake to third. There's Chaussee reference number 2.
Reference. Chaussee. Why do they ever do that? It never works.
Got him once. I got one once doing that. This one lifted towards center field. Now, no easy plays out there. Cubelis backpedaling at the end to come down and make the catch. Because he's backpedaling, that's going to allow the run to score from third. It's a sacrifice F8 for Mitch Garvin.
Exactly right. Cubelis thought he had it camped under, then had to back up about 6 or 7 steps, and that no way he's going to throw him out from there after he's backing up. So Garvin gets the RBI, his second of the day.
He'll take it even though he can technically take the pariah role because he's got the first 2 outs of the inning. Does Mitch Garvin.
The what?
He's the pariah. He got 2 outs in the same inning. He's the pariah.
Pariah? I've never heard of that.
Oh, go read a dictionary.
Okay.
This one's popped up. This one's going to stay in the infield, rinned in foul territory. And man, these balls are just coming back like crazy on the ball from behind the plate. We saw it earlier with McDade.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's almost like it hits something up there, but it doesn't.
Oh, probably when it gets up above the grandstand, you might have the wind blowing out a little bit. Now, right now, it doesn't look like we have much wind at all, but that's twice, Lee, that we've seen.
It's crazy.
Almost the exact same thing.
Yeah, so how do you spell pariah?
Leemohn.
That's right, you're a math teacher.
0-1 pitch fisted into shallow left center field. Into the Bermuda's triangle. It's going to fall down. Never stopping, running first to third on the play was Hunter Garvin. First and third after the single for Drake Fox. Second time he's been on base in the inning.
Yeah, that's just one of those ones that's you knew off the bat it was going to be trouble. Palorino gave it a chance. He was probably the only guy that maybe had a chance at that, but he just couldn't get back here quick enough. That ball falls in left center field. The 14th batter of the inning.
6 hits, 5 walks in the inning.
Jeez.
Now, if you're Riverside, you're saying, hey, we got to get Mitch Garvin up again, see if he can make all 3 outs.
What's that called? A turkey?
First pitch breaking ball, inside corner.
I've seen that happen maybe in slow pitch softball or Little League baseball, but not high school baseball.
Darren McDade. He's had himself a day. Couple of singles to left, including the 2 RBI single earlier in this inning that really broke things open. The first RBI for Riverside that came on a batted ball. It was a bases-loaded walk in the third that started the scoring for the Panthers. This one chopped towards third base. Valentine takes on second hop, but he can't handle it.
Well, let's throw an error into it.
First error of the game for either team. E5 brings in the 10th run of the inning. It looks like a goose egg up on the scoreboard here at Michelle Curl Field, but...
So not an RBI for McDade.
Correct. For your baseball rules. 10 runs in the inning. First pitch inside corner for strike 1. Neshannock still has to bat in the bottom of the inning, but good thing to point out, yes, that is the 14th run that stands at the plate right now, which would give the 10-run advantage to the Panthers. Riverside busting it open here in the bottom of the 5th. This one gets away. A wild pitch will advance the runners into scoring position. And now the wheels beginning to fall off for the Lancers. This inning alone, Lee, has probably taken a half hour.
At least.
2-1 from Rich. Blocked by Rind. Now 3-0. Two runners in scoring position. Jeez. Rich kicks, delivers, and issues now the 6th walk of the inning. Bases full of Panthers yet again. Well, there are certainly innings that you would love to forget. Thanks, Tweety Bird. I was trying to time it out myself, but it looks like it is 45 minutes in the top of the 5th inning alone.
You can ask Tweety Bird how to spell pariah then.
First pitch upstairs to Seth Hayes for ball 1. Nowhere to put him now either. With the bases loaded, this one's up at the letters, called strike 1, evens the count at 1-1. How about the 9-hitter Seth Hayes? A single, 2 walks, 2 runs scored. Swung on and missed. Good breaking ball there from Rich. Tweety says hi, by the way, Lee.
Oh, nice to hear.
1 ball, 2 strike. Coming from Zach Rich, misses well away, evens the count at 2-2 to Hayes.
As the rain's coming back down again.
You know, as soon as we went out to adjust the camera there, Tyler, is when this all went down. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Rind will stomp on home plate to complete the strikeout. But to say damage done would be an understatement. 10 runs across the plate for Riverside on 6 hits, 6 walks, and an error. About the only thing that didn't go right, they left the bases loaded. To the bottom of the fifth inning we go, Lee Moan. We're going to catch our breaths for a moment. Come back. Still 3 at-bats remaining for Neshannock here at lcsportsnet.com.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing. Give your big day that personalized touch you'll never forget. Visit craneroom.com menu or call in your takeout order 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination. Take me out to the rainy ball game here at Pullman Park. 2+ hours in the books and 40+ minutes in that top of the fifth inning where Riverside plates 10 runs. And talk about the run support for your relief pitcher. The starter in in Ronnie Harper, the starter. 3 innings pitched, now has a no decision. Hunter Garvin coming in. He is the pitcher of record at this point as he came in
an hour ago.
Right, exactly. So how cold might he be on the bench? 2 hits and a walk in his first inning of work. And now for Neshannock, it's can you just chip away? That's really all you can try to say here, Lee, if you're Coach Q. Like that was an anomaly of an inning right there, giving up 10 runs.
Try to get a couple back.
You still got 3 at-bats left. The phrase we always would use in the slow pitch softball, in those beer league games would be
beer league.
Cut it in half. Root beer league for you.
Okay.
Cut that lead in half. You can't get 5 runs until you get 1, and it will be Grant Melder to start it off. First pitch fastball inside corner for strike 1 to Garvin. After this 0-1 pitch, we'll take a look at the defensive alignment, what you have out there right now for Riverside. It's count 1-1. The changes out there. Out in left field is John Bowser now when Hunter Garvin moved from left field to the pitcher's mound. 1-1 pitch, fisted and popped up down the first base line. Austin Schlosser settles under it. He looked a little unsure about it. Almost made a Willie Mays basket catch. But he does secure the ball for the first out of the inning.
But he made the out. That's the key.
Now Nate Rind to the plate. RBI double in the second. Also scored in the second, did Rind. Walked in the third. Rind now the team leader with 13 RBI. Watch his strike 1 on the outside corner. Also leads the team with a .390 batting average on the year coming into today's game. So he's been swinging a hot bat and staying hot here today, but now watches the count go 0-2. I'm going to have a stat and a half coming for you here in a moment, Lee.
How about now?
No, not now, because I have to I have to do some adding.
Let's break out the abacus.
Unofficially, 17 first pitch strikes, 17 first pitch balls thrown from Neshannock.
Not a good stat.
0-2 pitch lifted towards shallow right field. Schlosser again underneath it to make the catch for the second out of the inning. So 17-17, right?
Yep.
On the other side, Riverside, 17 first pitch strikes, 4 first pitch balls.
How about that?
The best pitch in baseball is strike 1, and Riverside doing that to perfection here tonight.
That's Schlosser's fourth put out of the night.
He's stayed busy over there. Neshannock's done a good job of hitting the ball the other way and hitting it usually with some good power, but Schlosser has been roaming out there in right field. Of course, as soon as I make that comment about first pitch strikes is when Hunter Garvin misses down and in. Comes right back, though, evens the count at 1-1.
You knew that was going to happen.
My apologies, Hunter. The senior of the brother pair facing the sophomore of the brother pair. Hunter and Mitch Garvin, sophomore, senior. Jake and Nate Rinn, sophomore, senior for Neshannock. 2-1 swung on and missed for strike two.
Way late was Jake.
Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right now, Neshannock just looking to get a little life. This one sidearm misses well outside, and the count runs full. Rind, who leads the team, 14 walks on the year, would gladly do anything to get himself on base here. Payoff pitch. Misses downstairs, so there's walk number 15. He sees the ball so well, Lee. And, again, only a sophomore. What he does at the plate has been very phenomenal.
Hey, get on anyway, but that is great patience, though, by Rind. Let's see if Luke Gleese can come up with a big hit. Had a double his last time up.
He also leads the team in terms of players who have had significant at-bats with only 4 strikeouts. So talk about a great ratio to have for Rind as Luke Gleese comes to the plate. Sacrifice bunt his first at-bat, doubled and scored in his second. 242 average on the year for the senior. Count even at 1-1. Good job, McDade, to track that one down before it went to the backstop. Rain has stopped here, finally, at Pullman Park. This game originally scheduled to be at Neshannock. This one fouled back and out of play. Wonder how well Coach Q would be able to look at the cheat sheet in his hand down at third base. No more doing the old hand signals down there at third base for Coach Quilero. Going with the wrist coach now. 1-2, chop towards third base. Coming in is Sammy Barber. Gets it on the second hop. Throw is low across the diamond. Did he hold the bag? Yes, he did. Good job, Mitch Garvin at first to hold the toe on the bag and get the final out of the inning. No runs. There was a walk, but that runner left on base. We've played 5 here at historic Pullman Park. Back in a moment, Riverside leading 11-4 here at lcsportsnet.com.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Weiland, Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Top of the 6th inning coming up here at lcsportsnet.com. Zach Rich on in relief, and he will face the top of the order. How many batters did Riverside put to the plate there? 16 in that 5th inning, Lee?
2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 16. Too many.
First 2 relievers coming in. Cam Foy faced 2+ batters. Jacob Walzer faced 2+ batters. I guess he technically gets 3+ batters. Neither one can record an out. Rich able to get out of the inning. But now with the top of the order up, Riverside looking to tack on a couple of more runs. Through the first 4 innings of this game, Lee, I mean, we were talking about a great game. 3 pitchers at that point that were going at it really well. Scattering hits a little bit, great defensive play, but all it takes is just this one rough inning and a trouble spot for Neshannock, giving up 10 runs in that top of the 5th. Off the end of the bat, a flare towards right field, but it's going to get just to the edge of the turf. Second baseman Jake Rind with the catch for the first out of the inning.
That's encouraging.
Ashton Schlosser, and man, has he had himself a day. Double in the first, single in the fourth, RBI double and score in the fifth. The only time he didn't get on base, he was a sacrifice bunt back in the third. 3 for 3 with an RBI and a couple of doubles. So I want to say a nominee for your LCAP player of the game. I think you got it right there.
Yeah, and he's played a pretty good right field, too.
He drills this one towards right field, but it will hook foul and out of play.
Yeah, into that Dubrook factory. I mentioned a couple innings ago that they were handing out hot dog coupons to kids who would bring back foul balls, but
that practice no longer in effect?
No, that from the first couple of years when it started. But the problem is they had to put an end to that because the kids would be climbing the fence into the Dubrook factory to get the balls.
That's what you don't want.
Yeah, and that's why they had to put that to a stop.
I thought you were going to say because the hot dog price was going up, they couldn't afford to give out all those free hot dogs.
That's been 10 years of Blue Sox or so.
Fouled back to the screen, 2-2 now the count to Schlosser.
Yeah, the great Leo Trich from Washington County brought that team up here. Blue Sox first few years.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Payoff pitch popped up on the left side of the infield. Backpedaling is Pallarino into the grass. Now comes back forward, and he barely makes the catch.
That wind must be something.
The wind with the lights and with
in the rain.
Rain off and on.
It's raining just a little bit. Yeah, it's not just a job, it's an adventure today.
2 up, 2 down, though. Bo Fornatero to the plate. First pitch breaking ball, inside corner for strike 1.
And thanks to everybody here at Pullman Park for putting this in a suite.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, would that be miserable outside?
Yeah, we would not have been doing this if we could not make our way inside. But we're glad to be able to do so because we can keep our equipment dry to be able to get you this game.
Well, we would have probably been covered.
We could have gone up in the bleachers, I guess, if we had extensions that long.
Well, I mean, even underneath on the decks there could probably stay fairly dry, depending where the wind was blowing.
Trust me, I'm happy where we are.
Oh, I'm the happiest here.
1-2, swung on and missed. So Rich retires the side in order in the top of the 6th inning. First time since Fry did it in the 2nd.
Yeah, in the 2nd, yep.
So a little bit of life for Neshannock. Still, though, they trail 11-4. Back in a moment at lcsportsnet.com.
In need of a lawyer? Contact Medore Bonner Law, a boutique firm offering tailored legal services and over 120 years legal experience. County residents with strong family ties to the community, Jason Medore and Michael Bonner, established Medore Bonner Law to provide clients with legal expertise and personal attention. Guided by their professional staff, you can feel confident your rights will be protected. Call attorneys Jason Medore or Michael Bonner, or visit MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Back here at lcsportsnet.com. If you're looking for your Crane Room score update on the Buccos, Lee Moan, I believe, just gave it to you. Why don't you provide a little more detail than that, though, Lee?
What, 8-1 that the Pirates are losing?
8-1, all right.
Yeah, Mitch Keller got blasted for 5 hits and 5 runs. So they're going to lose 2 straight, and now everybody's going to be thinking, well, the season's done. And McCutcheon with the lone home run. 6th of the year for Andrew.
Their season's done. Riverside's undefeated season certainly not done yet, but Hunter Garvin is done, at least on the mound. He's going to go back out to left field, and the DH is coming to pitch. Drake Fox will come and be the third hurler and the first right-hander that has thrown tonight for Riverside.
Yeah, he's only thrown 0.2 of an inning this year. Has not pitched a lot.
On Hunter Garvin, he finishes at 43 pitches, so he would be eligible to pitch on Friday if necessary. 2 innings pitched, giving up 1 run. It was earned on 2 hits, a pair of walks, and a strikeout for Hunter Garvin. And I think that's something that we probably haven't talked about quite enough here. 4 strikeouts in the first 5 innings for Neshannock batters, and 6 now, it looks like, for Riverside batters. So both these teams doing a good job of putting the ball in play, and especially Riverside batters pitching to contact.
Yeah, Fox, by the way, has only faced 2 batters so far this year. Giving up, got to strike out in the one batter and
out on the other one.
Yep, that's it. 2/10 of it. So try to get 6 outs out of him.
And save the rest of the pitching for Game 2, scheduled for tomorrow, a 4:15 first pitch from Ole Astro Field down at Riverside. First pitch in there for strike 1. And right up the middle by Rob Gleese. He keeps swinging a hot bat right back through the box to get his first hit of the game and bring Matt Pallarino to the plate.
Our scoreboard says it's 16-4. Oh, wow. I know it's been a long game, but
11-4 is the official count.
Yeah. Never know what to expect here from Pullman Park.
I'm trying to find where that run error comes into play up there, because all the runs by inning are all correct.
No, they got 6 in the first inning.
How did that happen?
I do not know.
How did it just happen? First pitch to the 9-hitter, number 9, Matt Pallarino, upstairs for ball 1.
It's been a long night.
Yeah, how long has it been? We just hit the 2.5-hour mark. That one called at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. Pallarino, 4 swiped bags on the year, as does Gleese running at first base. This Neshannock team has done a good job on the base paths in terms of getting those health and motion stolen bases on the year, actually 48 times that they have swiped a bag. But now Pallarino facing a 1-2 count off the end of the bat towards first base. Just an easy put from Garvin, throw towards second base, and I think that hit Gleese on the back.
Yeah, on a cold, wet night, that's not fun.
First base coach Kurt Latta immediately running out there to check on Gleese.
Yeah, I think he'll be okay.
That'll sting, right?
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
3 unassisted on the putout, but Gleese does move up to second base.
And the infield's going to come in just to
chat for a moment.
Yeah. Umpire will go out.
Let's talk about the Gleese quadruplets for a moment, because you got Luke in left, Rob in right. Jack normally at shortstop. The senior, though, has missed most of this year. The long, fantastic basketball playoff season. He gets to the baseball diamond. He's leading off against Mohawk. He has a huge day. I think he was 4 for 5 in that game where Neshannock had 17 hits. And then the next day he's batting 9th. It's like, what's going on there? Well, I talked to Coach Q before the next game that they played and that we broadcast. Said, well, apparently he had a foot injury all during basketball season. It was bothering him. He couldn't move, so he moved into the 9 spot. They finally go and get it checked out. Turns out it's a fracture in the foot. So he had played the end of basketball season with this fractured foot. He wasn't going to miss. But now he is forced to miss basically every series except for the Mohawk series. And last count, I think he is scheduled to be back maybe Monday is when he would be cleared to play. So 1 series potentially for him before the postseason begins. That's somebody that I know the Lancers would love to have back in their lineup there, Lee.
Well, that was only 3 Gleeses you mentioned.
Oh, the 4th one, Jenna, is the one who's up for a National Play of the Year.
How about that? When's that get announced, by the way?
That's a good question. I believe at the either end of May or end of June. I'm going to have to go and look at that. Make sure you go and check it out. That's one of our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game recipients from earlier in the year. In the volleyball, the last point of the game against Shenango, giving Shenango their first loss of the year.
Underneath the score table.
Getting caught up and tangled up in our cords, which if you were here in the booth with us, you would understand how that works. This one, ground ball base hit between short and third. Runner will hold at third base. So Gleese at third, Valentine second hit of the game. Puts runners on the corners.
Wonder if you'll get a nice $25,000 check or something for submitting that.
Sounds good to me.
See what network and all that. But, yeah, that's quite the thing. Let's see if Neshannock might be able to sneak back in this game here in the bottom of the 6th.
Try to get one at a time right now. Dom Cubelis at the plate.
We have an inexperienced pitcher on the mound right now. Hasn't pitched hardly at all this year.
Yeah, he's already thrown to more batters in this inning than he has faced all year. Outside corner evens account at 1-1.
Looks like he's got a pretty good fastball, though.
Upper 70s, probably?
Yeah. Just want to throw strikes right now.
Yeah, let your defense make plays behind you. With a 7-run advantage, this one swung on and missed by Cubelis.
That's more in upper 70s.
Started as a DH, did the sophomore Drake Fox. 1 ball, 2 strike the count. Fouled, out of play. Actually, it stays somehow in the park this time. He's going to try to estimate how many do you think have made their way into either the back parking lot or into the concrete business next door?
Over 20.
So you got the budget to pay to have the game here, plus
the 3 dozen baseballs.
I'd say at least 2 boxes, probably more. You're right. Runner goes on the 1-2 and up without a throw. So catcher's indifference will move Valentine to second.
Is that a high school rule?
Oh yes.
Okay.
That's why you got to take all high school stats with a grain of salt, though, because I have a feeling that'll be ruled as a stolen base.
Better believe it.
Count now 2-2 to Cubelis. This is upstairs, and that one, I don't know, may have been a cross-up because that one went off the glove and then the helmet of the catcher, McDade. But again, such a short backstop, just about 25 feet here, means that the runners hold where they are. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Fox working from the windup. Misses high and away, and the bases are loaded. And you got the right man up to the plate. Not that you want to say one swing of the bat can change things, but one swing of the bat can turn this from a 7-run deficit down to 3. Right now, though, if you're Bubba Fry, you're looking just for a base hit.
Struck out twice here so far tonight, but that was against the 2 lefties. You like the chances right now. I think the odds are in Fry's favor.
Also has a single on his resume today. Does Andrew Fry, now as the designated hitter. Started as the pitcher/DH.
Oh.
Great first pitch breaking ball.
Who saw that coming?
Not sure we'd seen one from Fox before that pitch. I'm talking about best pitch of the night. He just delivered it right there. 0-1. Good block from McDade behind the plate. Speaking of good deliveries, give another shout out to our friends at Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Give them a call for delivery of your 3 or 5 gallon water cooler systems and stay refreshed by enjoying hot or cold water at the click of a button. Or you can enjoy a cup of coffee with their bottom loading water cooler options. 1-1 to count to Fry. Right now, they're just trying to get the big guy to chase.
I think our crane room wings aren't going to happen tonight.
Yeah, I'm feeling it, though. 2-1. Throws him on a fastball, evens the count at 2-2.
He wants that one back.
There it is. You start anticipating the breaking ball, and that fastball can sneak right on by you. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Fox kicks and delivers. Misses away. Count runs full. Base is full of Lancers, but they trail 11-4. Payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Got him on the outside corner. Big strikeout. Retires Fry, and now 2 away here in the bottom of the the 6th inning.
Yeah, big pitch there. Fry thought maybe it was outside, but it catches the corner. Big job there by Fox. And see if Melder can come up with a big hit now.
Grant Melder had the big hit. Gave Neshannock the lead momentarily against Shenango in the bottom of the 6th inning of their series finale, I should say. He first pitch swings through a breaking ball here for strike 1. Then Melder came on in relief, tried to get the save, had 0-2 against the 9 batter, and plunked him to bring the tying run to the plate, or to score the tying run, I should say. But Neshannock would walk it off to get that series sweep against Shenango, 8-7. Shenango against Mohawk, scheduled for tomorrow. I'd like to see that be a doubleheader for both of those teams. Breaking ball called, strike 2 on the outside corner.
Yeah, scheduled for tomorrow.
True. Well, the weather should be clear, knock on wood. How are the fields, though? That is another question. 1 ball, 2 strike. Misses away, evens the count at 2-2.
Actually, they're still calling for rain and snow in the morning.
I could have gone without hearing that one.
Yeah. Oh, now what?
It looked like got his ankle rolled over, did McDade, as he was trying to make the backhanded stab on that last pitch. Count will remain 2-2 to Melder. Rob Glee stands at third, Gio Valentine at second, Dom Cubelis at first. Fox working from the windup. First righty Riverside has thrown today. Breaking ball called, strike 3, froze the 3 and 4 hitters to get out of a bases loaded jam and keep the score 11-4. Back in a moment at lcsportsnet.com. Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
In need of a lawyer? Contact Medore Bonner Law, a boutique firm offering tailored legal services in over 120 years legal experience. County residents with strong family ties to the community, Jason Medore and Michael Bonner, established Medore Bonner Law to provide clients with legal expertise and personal attention. Guided by their professional staff, you can feel confident your rights will be protected. Call attorneys Jason Medore or Michael Bonner, or visit MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Top of the 7th inning coming your way. Glad you can join us. LCSportsNet.com, Trib Live High School Sports Network, Game Changer, Facebook Live, any and all ways. Out on YouTube as well. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Get you all your updates throughout the course of the year. All of our play of the game postings. And, of course, anytime that we go live, you can find us on YouTube, which means you can also be watching on your TVs at home, if you have one of those smart TVs. We call that the Not Lee TV. Not insinuating anything about Lee, other than that he is very technologically unsound.
Thanks for letting the world know. Of course, I'd be the first to say something anyways. So.
Zach Rich will work his 3rd inning of relief, his 2nd full inning of relief.
So do we have any games on the air the rest of the week here, Mr. Dawson? Possibly, depending on how the weather.
How weather holds up, I'd love to get one of the Mohawk-Shenango games on the air.
So possibly Friday.
Probably that's what we'll end up having to do is the Friday game, wherever that one ends up being. First pitch from Rich, misses downstairs to Hunter Garvin, the 4, 5, 6 hitters.
No press box at Shenango, correct?
Yes, there's a press box at Shenango.
Oh, okay.
So we can go either way for that one.
But we don't have one in North Allegheny, though.
Right on cue, Nick Mariano, head coach of Mohawk, shoots us a message and says, "Oh, we will have the field ready tomorrow. Don't you worry." And he also wants to remind everyone that Caden Butch will be melting faces.
No, excuse me?
Oh, you heard that correctly.
No, I didn't. Go ahead.
Caden Birch will be there melting faces. Caden Birch, correct me if I'm wrong, Coach Mo, but he is a junior at Mohawk. He is part of a band that did like a Battle of the Band series, and basically they made like one spot away from going to the national finals out in Los Angeles. So they're talking just in study hall one day, he and Coach Mariano, as this one's fouled out of play. They're talking and says, you know what, you should come out and, play the national anthem, play some tunes before the game sort of thing. So when we were setting up for the Mohawk softball game against Elwood City, he was practicing out there. He asked what other songs that he could possibly play. Of course, as this one's drilled to deep right field, Gleese going back, and he's going to run out of real estate. Bounces at the base of the wall, and it will be a double for Mitch Garvin. On base all 5 times today is, Hunter Garvin with that hit. But to finish the thought on Mr. Caden Butch, it's that they will he asked what other songs that they could play. Well, of course, they all start saying their walk-up songs. It's yeah, I could figure that out. So on the electric guitar, he's going to be doing the national anthem and then, hopefully, a whole bunch of the walk-up songs.
Interesting.
And here's the other thing, too, about that. As we looks like we're going to have our first courtesy runner. Actually, this is probably going to be a pinch runner.
Nope. Oh. No, he's just getting rid of the gloves.
Of course. There will be no Mohawk Shenango game on Friday. That is the day of Mohawk's prom, so they cannot have the game on Friday.
You can have it just at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, good luck telling all the young ladies about that one, as their dates are out playing in the mud.
Oh, the guys can get ready in 5 minutes. 10 for a tux, okay? It's the girls that need all day.
The high school senior to your right agrees with you there, Lee.
Yeah.
Breaking ball misses outside.
Yeah, his prom's coming, I think, tomorrow night, too. Friday night? The following week? Okay. I saw the prom court in the you weren't part of the prom court. I saw that, so.
That brings up another fantastic question, though, of how you play this as it's fouled back to the screen for Mitch Garvin. So does that mean, I'm assuming that you probably can't play on Saturday, probably won't play on Sunday, so you would have Mohawk against Riverside on Monday, Tuesday, and then the Shenango game on Wednesday? Is that what it would have to be?
You're texting the coach. I say you play it on Saturday.
The day after the prom?
Just late enough.
Good piece of two-strike hitting here just to foul it off and
or
stay
alive. Or the
alive.
day of the prom, you play at 1 o'clock.
The teacher in me is not pleased with that idea. Then again, a teacher in me is not pleased that my AP Calc students have a Monday exam.
It's all about the students, though. Remember that.
Oh, don't forget it. Count remains 1-2 here to Mitch Garvin. The 11-4 score line, and again, just fighting off a great breaking ball in the outside corner from Zach Rich.
We're digressing quickly.
Here's the issue, though. I unfortunately don't know what personnel we have available tomorrow on our broadcasting end.
There's a good chance I'll probably be rained out of North Allegheny. So.
Well, you know where you're going then.
Yeah. I'll let you know.
1 ball, 2 strike. Fastball just misses upstairs. Count even at 2-2. Called strike 3, inside corner.
Yeah, North Allegheny's got the natural surface, so if it rains and snow, we're scheduled for 7 o'clock tomorrow night with no press box.
Third strikeout in relief for Zach Rich, and he gets a first pitch breaking ball for strike 1 to Drake Fox, now the pitcher. Started as the designated hitter. Which means we got to give a shout-out to our boy, Professor Briggs.
Professor Briggs. We lost the DH.
Talk about things that never get old. Neshannock lost the pitcher, part of the pitcher/DH. As Andrew Fry began the game with the relatively new position availability in NFHS rules. I really like that.
Yeah, so do I.
One ball, 2 strike. Ground ball towards the 6-5 hole. Good backhanded sliding play and a throw across the diamond. Not in time. But what a play. Matt Pallarino got it, spun around, fired it across the diamond. But hustling out of the box was Drake Fox for the infield single.
I didn't think Pallarino had a chance on that. What a great play. I thought he was going to take the ball and throw it to third, but he threw the first and just did miss. What a great play. I was thinking that was our Melee Chiropractic play of the game right there.
It was about to be.
And now, since Drake Fox is the pitcher now, he's going to get the courtesy runner.
Now they will get, for the first time in the 7th inning, we will have our Castle Asphalt courtesy runner. Castle Asphalt and Construction, they know the importance of making a good first impression, and no matter how elegant your home or office may be, matching up with poor road surfaces can make your friends or potential clients regret making the trip. Get your free estimate at castleasphalt.com. I'll tell you what, first impression from this Riverside team, they can swing it. 14 hits in the game, Lee.
And that's Baron Hardy's our courtesy runner, our Castle Asphalt, and they definitely can swing the bat for sure. Couple gift hits, but still a very good team.
Taking advantage of those opportunities as this one's cricket bowled in there to McDade for ball 1. McDade has been El Fuego today too.
And that's about the only time you ever hear 2 cricket references in one game.
Now with the wet baseball, not surprising that we have a good number of those pitches missing down in the pebbles. This one misses outside as well, 2-0.
I'll give credit to our home plate umpire. He's been very, even at the score, I mean, it's a 3-hour game, and he's been very consistent all night long. And not widening the strike zone or not, he's been really right there.
Something else I was told by an umpire earlier at the beginning of, I think that was at the beginning of this season, about balls and strikes behind the plate, that they are encouraging all umpires at the home plate umpire to be giving almost a ball's width in and out. So it's not just the plate, but also give an extra ball inside and out in terms of what is or is not a strike.
Right. So widen it a little bit.
Now bases are loaded here in the top of the 7th inning with 1 down, and I think we're going to have another courtesy runner in there. Courtesy runner for the catcher this time, as Darren McDade will check out. Here's a number, though, that you will not want to hear if you are a Neshannock fan. That was the 10th walk issued by Lancer pitchers today.
I believe it. Looks like that's Sean Christoffel, their courtesy runner.
Bases full of Panthers. First pitch swinging off the end of the bat. He's going to look to go to second. Has to wait for the player to get there, and as a result, it's just going to be a fielder's choice, 1-6. Looked like you had catcher at home to try to get the out there, but Rich had turned to second instead.
Yeah, not the right play there. Should have went home for sure. Had the shore out, but nonetheless, they do get an out.
So how about this? Every player on Riverside's team has either a hit or an RBI.
And scored a run. Except
Mitch, right? Mitch Garvin?
Except Mitch, yeah. And this was a 4-1 Neshannock lead.
Now 12-4 advantage. 10-run 5th inning that really was the turning point of this game.
Yeah, the 45-minute inning. Tweety Bird's probably asleep by now.
She better not. She's also babysitting.
I thought she was back. She's home.
She just finished finals. She's done.
Oh, wow.
2-1. Popped up right side of the infield, and it looks like Melder's going to settle under it in foul territory to make the catch for the final out of the inning. But another run across on a pair of hits and a walk 2 runners left on base. Final chance for Neshannock, but they trail 12-4. Back in a moment on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Last chance coming here for the Neshannock Lancers, trailing 12-4. And they're going to bring to the plate 5, 6, 7, Nate Rinn, Jake Rinn, and Luke Gleese. Game 2 scheduled for tomorrow. Hoping we can bring you some coverage of one of the other games going on across Lawrence County. Hoping that we'll be out at Mohawk High School. We'll see what we can do. We're trying our best. Trust me, we're doing what we can to get as many of these great games on the air. And we've had so many great games on the baseball and softball diamond so far this year. Lee, very few lopsided scores like we're seeing in this one, 12-4. But again, through the first 4 innings, it certainly didn't look that way here today.
No, not at all, and that's going to sting.
Breaking ball didn't break. So Rind will go to first base. He's on for the 3rd time today.
Yeah, to add problems tonight is we're going to have Moses come out and run again, I think.
Yep.
21 stranded runners between both these teams tonight. 12 by Riverside and 9 by Neshannock.
So plenty to clean up even if you are Riverside, who is well in control of this game. The way they have swung the bat today, though, Lee, 14 hits, certainly looking like a number 1 ranked team for sure, as this one misses up and in to Jake Rind. However, there's I don't want to say chinks in the armor. That's not the right way to say it, but like they certainly did not play a perfect game here today.
No, they've gotten their base running was a little suspect. The one inning.
They've been clean in the field, no errors there. And last time these two teams played, they had 3 errors in the first inning alone, 2 on the same play. It was in actually this very similar situation where Andrew Moses was the courtesy runner. An attempted pickoff went wild. He got all the way to third, rounded third like he was going home. The throw to the plate was high. He had stopped and was going back to third base, but then when he saw the throw went high, he then scored at home. So an error on the pickoff attempt and an error on the throw to home.
The Riverside does have somebody warming up just in case.
And again, remember, they're going to have Lucarelli available tomorrow, as this 2-2 pitch is lifted towards center field, but perfectly placed, or so we think. Everything in adventure out there in the outfield today. Able to settle under it is Fornatero for the first out of the inning. Touched on it. I'm not sure if we finished the story, though, that Lucarelli committed to Duke on April 26th. On April 27th, they made the announcement that you cannot, until now, June 1st, after your sophomore season, you cannot be contacted, have any official visits, anything of the matter with any college in the baseball world. So he literally got in that commitment to Duke by 1 day, less than 24 hours. Probably knew that
scenario
ruling
was there, yeah.
That ruling was coming. Luke Gleese at the plate, Rob Gleese in the on-deck circle. Fastball at the knees, strike 1.
Yeah, he throws a 90 to 92. Fastball does Lucarelli.
Only a sophomore. 1-1 to count. He came on in relief, Lee, in that quarterfinals game last year, much like tonight, where Ronnie Harper began the game. Then they brought in from the lefty speedballer straight to the 90-mile-an-hour gas. He had a little bit of control issues, though, and Neshannock started teeing off on his fastball in that game to get that come from behind, tie it up, and then get the win late in extra innings. How many extra inning games has Neshannock played now at this point in the last 2 seasons?
Too many for you.
Well, we've done a good number of them. Riverside, Burgettstown, and Everett in the quarter semis and state championship last year alone. Burgettstown in the WPIAL semifinals as well.
Yeah, Lucarelli's only thrown 19 innings this year, 44 strikeouts in 19 innings. It's over 2 an inning.
Pretty darn good ratio.
Yeah.
And how many walks in that since you got the stats out as the count goes full?
11, which is a little high for 19 innings, but not too bad.
Well, again, when you pair it with 40-some strikeouts.
Yeah.
Payoff pitch coming here to Luke Gleese.
Oh,
Froze
yeah.
him.
Fox has done a nice job.
3 strikeouts in his 2 innings now of relief. Lancers down to their final out. And, you'd say that, these last couple innings don't mean too much, but I think it does mean a whole heck of a lot for Neshannock in terms of getting momentum and Riverside keeping momentum because you have the big game 2 tomorrow. That it all builds from this. First pitch upstairs for ball 1 to Rob Gleese. Singled in his last bat. He's 1 for 2 today. And that's where I love these home and home series. I still think a best of 3 would be a lot of fun.
They're talking about it.
Already doing it in Class 6A. I mean, here's the other thing, too. If you go and cut down 1 team from every section, it's like this section has 7 teams, then you would have 6 teams. Then you have a buffer week at the end of the year to do those makeup games when you have a terrible week like this. 1 and 2 now the count, and Neshannock down to their final strike.
And that's what they're talking about.
I think they're liking
sections.
They're liking it in Class 6A, right?
They're loving it.
1 ball, 2 strike the count. Fox in the dirt. Good block again. McDade, and I love seeing that. Catcher's still working, even though you got a huge lead.
The thing right now they're not liking is all the rain that they're going to have to play 3 games back-to-back, which really puts a stress on the pitching staff.
Called strike 3, outside corner, back-to-back. Backwards K's to end the night. No runs, no hits. There was a walk. That runner left on base. It's a final here from Pullman Park. Michelle Krill Field, 12-4 Riverside over Neshannock. We'll keep it right here and begin our Tri-County Principals post-game show. By the way, the time of the game, Lee, to the minute, exactly 3 hours.
Wow. Been a long one, but just think it was 4-1 Neshannock.
And Riverside puts up the final 11 runs, including 10 in the in the top of the 5th inning. They send 16 batters to the plate, 6 hits, 6 walks, an error, and that one just really busted the game open. But, I mean, it wasn't just about that inning, though. They hit consistently throughout the course of the night. They just took advantage of some walks and got the timely hits in that inning specifically to put up a big crooked number on the board, putting up double digits in that top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, took advantage of everything they could, and it's what good teams do. You give them something, they're going to take advantage of it, and exactly what they did. So congratulations to Riverside. They're going to hang on. They get the big first victory of the series here, and they'll try to get the 2-game sweep as they stay undefeated in the WPIAL. They move the 14 overall, 9-0 in section play now, and possibly a big, they have that showdown with Mohawk.
Got a couple of awards to give out. Let's start with our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award, Lee. And it was a beauty of a relay from the outfield for Neshannock in the top of the 1st inning to keep it where it was.
Yeah, that play from Rob Gleese, who just threw a strike into the 9-4. Yeah, Gleese thrown into Jake Rinn.
Threw it to Melder. It was to the first baseman Melder.
Threw it to Melder, the 9-3-2. Okay, so Rob Gleese is a runner coming home from 3rd. Was That was a Schlosser.
Yes.
Yeah, Schlosser got the go single, but there was a 2-hop smash out the outfield. Rob Gleese made the perfect throw in to Grant Melder, who threw a strike home to Nate Wren, and you knew Nate Wren was easily make the tag home to get the out. So the 9-3-2 play is our Melee Chiropractic play of the game.
Melee Chiropractic is proud to honor Rob Gleese for today's Melee Chiropractic play of the game. Rob will receive his customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in honor of today's Melee Chiropractic play of the game. You can view the full list of plays of the game by going to lcsportsnet.com and click on play of the game. Congratulations, Rob Gleese, as today's Melee Chiropractic play of the game. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Could have won a couple different ways with our player of the game.
Well, let's start with Aston Schlosser, who's our first runner-up, because he had a heck of a day at the plate, Lee, and a bunch of plays out in the outfield.
Yeah, he had 4 putouts out in the outfield. He was 3 for 4 officially on the day with a double, a single, or two doubles and a single with an RBI, and threw that sacrifice down in that third inning to get 1 run at home. Set up the run anyway, so Schlosser had a great game. But we're going to go a different direction. We're going to go with Mr. Hunter Garvin, officially on the day, 2 for 2 with 3 runs scored, but he was on base all 5 times. Plus, he's our winning pitcher also. So, I mean, what a great night for Hunter Garvin. I said that the 3 runs scored, 2 for 2 officially, and on base all 5 times.
And the winning pitcher.
And your winning pitcher. So LCAP is proud to honor Mr. Hunter Garvin of the Riverside Panthers. He's tonight's player of the game. He received a customized T-shirt courtesy of Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's player of the game. You can fold the full list and the long list of this year's players of the game. Go online to lcsportsnet.com. Click on player of the game. Congratulations to Hunter Garvin for being named tonight's LCAP player of the game. LCAP changing lives. It doesn't look like either team is going to go out to the outfield and have their long meeting. They're just, let's get out of this place and let's go to a warm bus.
Understandable. And we, again, are so thankful to everybody here at Pullman Park for getting us the treatment here in Suite F, Suite G?
Suite E.
Suite E, one of those letters. Big thanks to everyone here. Big thanks to both Coach Oleastro and, of course, to Coach Colero as well for all that they do for us time and time again. Game 2 will be tomorrow at Oleastro Field at Riverside. And then we will have hopefully, we're going to do our best. So stay tuned on Twitter and on Instagram, Facebook, everything for updates. But we are planning as best as we can to get out to Mohawk for that game tomorrow. So pray for rain down south, but not up north, so that Limon can make that trip up to Warrior
Mohawk.
Park.
Yep. That's the plan anyways. We will see.
We're hopeful. Thanks, Limon. Thanks to our producer, Tyler Aaron. For the entire Sportsnet crew, I'm James Dotson saying so long for now. 12-4, your final score here today, and we're glad you could join us on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Have a great night, everyone. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.